Wave that one west, cover out that window. Let them know I'm coming with my kinfolk. Red letter, ski mask on, but I don't really ski though. Bullets ball head like they going through chemo. I slide on them Tony Hawk type. Better get your thoughts right. Jumping high on walls, this ain't Fortnite. Red dot, it kinda make it way too easy for a headshot. I put you under wing, it turned into a headlock. I told my niggas think it's time to put the pressure on. You bring that paper, told her throw a little extra on. We go to war and see, I murder one, you murder two, it ain't the same degree. Better up into a capital offense for them dollars, but it really don't make sense. Guns behind tents with some liquor and we riding down the freeway. Slide on them, spin the block and replay, so we slide again.
You know my position, I'm on standby. Ain't no competition, it's a landslide. Oh, you a rider, motherfucker, ride again. You said you slide on them, nigga, slide again. Niggas claim they hot, but we been fine. If they ain't one of mine, so they anti. Oh, you a rider, motherfucker, ride again. You said you slide on them, nigga, slide.
We got this mapped out. Niggas selling wolf tickets, not living what they rap out. Said he gon' ride, too emotional, he'll crash out. And I ain't boxing, wrestle with this cannon, you gon' tap out. 100 troopers in the building, turn this shit into a blackout. We both come from the mother, why you tryin' to do me dirty? He cut himself off, we let him rock, he ain't worthy. You playing ball courts, throwing number like a jersey. While niggas folded like origami, I kept it sturdy. Told my son he got the blood of a king, he ain't got a word. They gon' cross you like a Christian, it's better to learn this early. They be watching, trying to copy, asking questions, trying to learn me. I ain't in the back and forth if the business don't concern me. Catch the wrath from my anger, I be trying to give a mercy. As the angels keep me covered, I'ma slide, they might have heard me. They playing with that fire, get too close, it's gonna burn me. We ain't never looking back, moving forward, it's the journey.
You know my position, I'm on standby. Ain't no competition, it's a landslide. Oh, you a rider, motherfucker, ride again. You said you slide on them, nigga, slide again. Niggas claim they hot, but we been fine. If they ain't one of mine, so they anti. Oh, you a rider, motherfucker, ride again. You said you slide. Look, little nigga, I'm made. All these rappers soft, claim they all cut from a hold of a clove. I'm the one with the blade. Untamed gorilla, keep your hands out the cage. I be standing on they neck, one west to the grave. You can keep your mercy, nigga, I ain't worried. Revenge call me buddy love, I call her Miss Purdy. Nigga try to blitz, I'm going 730. I'ma shake the whole room like Big Shirty. Nigga say one war, it's whatever, buddy. Glock fully loaded, you know these letters bloody. Come for me, you a bitch, homie. Boy, I'm realer than your big homie. 144, yeah, the one and only. And you know I keep this blick on me. Bout to slam you like Mick Foley. I got that black out on my arm, play that bitch like a violin. Said me try me once, nigga, try again. You know my position, I'm on standby. Ain't no competition, it's a landslide. Oh, you a rider, motherfucker, ride again. You said you slide on them, nigga, slide again. Niggas claim they hot, but we been fine. If they ain't one of mine, so we anti. Oh, you a rider, motherfucker, ride again. You said you slide on them, nigga, slide again.
I'm a noble figure. Local niggas, they be so offended. One West word, this global business.
Hold on, let me ask y'all a question. All y'all niggas in the same school and all that?
Hell, fuck yeah.
So if none of y'all niggas smoke weed?
Fuck no.
Don't fold if you say you win it. I was molded to it, now fit it. Can't control, this the highest limit. Killer shit, but this an honest living. Gotta get it, ain't no time for wishing. The time is now, better pay attention. In my city, you can feel the tension. A terror squad, no pun intended. This ain't for you, but I recommend it. They know we coming, better clear the entrance. Shit get deep, but I keep digging. This how I look when you keep winning. Over time, I had to take the hint. Shine bright, sit behind the tents. One-on-one, I ain't in the mix. Ain't what you thought, better get a glimpse. Came up from a pedal bike. Pressing brakes, I ain't never liked. Whole time I was taking risks. They don't play with me cause they know I'm nice. Round form, I ain't even started. Transform, I ain't here to bargain. You all watch, better move with caution. Chains on me, I don't do this often. No error, this shit flawless. Reach for it, you become a target. It ain't worth it, better keep walking. All I know is survival. All this fashion is tribal. Want the head of my rival. This about to go viral. I say the word, then it's final. To get the moving like pronto. I'm just living my title. Do this shit with my eyes closed. All I know is survival. All this fashion is tribal. Want the head of my rival. It's about to go viral. Say the word, then it's final. Get the moving like pronto. I'm just living my title. Do this shit with my eyes closed. Don't wanna hear all that street shit. Me and my niggas on defense. Wonder who I was in my past life. Don't even matter, that peep this. Remember the days when I was a trooper. Stay on the path and it won't confuse you. Bars all, I'm the one to do it. I roll on eights like a flight maneuver. Try to trick me, I ain't never moving. Camouflage, I can blend into it. They better ride, I don't do the Ubers. Let them talk, I don't hear the rumors. A little suffer ain't really nothing. The way I'm stomping, better play the trumpet. You see me coming, better get the running. If they see me coming, better get the running. You ain't never seen it, you ain't never witnessed, you ain't never noticed, you ain't never focused. I was really waiting, I was really training. Sick and tired of being patient. I ain't never doubted. This was in the making. Use what I got, not in the wasting. For rapping and singing, I could never drink it. But I'm from the bottom, so I gotta make it. This ain't rapping, it's a damn warning. Late night to the early morning. Got a vision, I planned it out. They tried to stop me, but I kept going. I study plays, now I'm in the game, and it's all the same, but I had to change. You'll never crash if you in your lane. I can take the loss, cause it's all a game.
Yo, what Casamigos mean in English? Drunk.
All I know is survival. All this fashion is tribal. Want the head of my rival. This about to go viral. I say the word, then it's final. To get the moving like pronto. I'm just living my title. Do this shit with my eyes closed. All I know is survival. All this fashion is tribal. Want the head of my rival. This about to go viral. I say the word, then it's final. Get the moving like pronto. I'm just living my title. Do this shit with my eyes closed.
No holiday, hanging out Dollar Tree. Watch out, we fall away. It's a high old hand souls are like trumpets is growing. Can you feel your tone, man? It's a high old the dedications for real sisters got to happen. We feasting tabernacle. It's a high old first fruits to spread 11 bread and then the rest our head. It's a high old no sweat, got a head start on you. Waking up a priest feeling royal. Shouting out and down to the power. I find a good God. Just a sight of make a head the blood boil. The real wanna know you. Sisters get different that never consider something and they can feel it. Look how I'm different, only rolling up, sitting on high. Juice fly, no sign, the dry swishing eye, nigga. My spirit's like the most high living. Catch me with the Ottawa sipping. You ain't no pricing out from the same tribe. We can up on my father's side, look how we resemble. He a nigga, I'm a nigga, all my niggas Latino, Native Indian. All black party, you ain't getting it. Spirit ridiculous. God washed our city, anointed us from the beginning. Wrapped us in linen, silk bracelets, orphans, earrings that bling on our women. Death ornaments and a chain that swing from my neck. Big jewels in the crowns of the head of a bunch of mighty men. Though we all one body, my brother never go without it. If I got it, he got it, we got it together. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you step, who you threaten. It's a high holy thing. No holiday, hanging out Dollar Tree. Watch how we fall away. It's a high holy hand souls are like trumpets is blowing. Can you feel your tone, man? It's a high holy the dedications for real sisters got to happen. We feasting tabernacle. It's a high holy first fruits to spread 11 bread and then the rest our head. It's a high holy for
try, she finds the most high behind us. So it don't matter if we not desired. You cowards be quiet in the midst of a prince. Stand clear in your fears, contagious like bravery on these austere men over here, like Christ showing militants. Other camps, he feminine, scared to fight demons like addicts having habits. Flaggers lying down instead of fighting on the savage. Shallow wild might, Hebrew individualites, but they think they all fall apart and got saved some way. Maybe one day you'll see just how it feels. Making 144 in my ears as I'm steering. To get there and had no fear, man. Chatting out the south, he called me the wheel, man. Every day my zeal been up in the stuff like my garments. A pop guy, yacht, what they call me. I be like hard on the wall and I'm on it. Just give me the order so I know what the Lord wants. Meanwhile, I take a straw, drink a strawberry orange. All the warrior, be on the jacket and the floor thing. Fist up, the union, the Lord made. Get your kids and ribs up, throw your fist up. Tell them what's your name, what's your name, what's your name. And they can't do shit at all, it's a high holy day. No holiday, hanging out gallantry. Watch how we fall away, it's a high holy day. Hands over like trumpets is blowing. Can you feel your toe, man? It's a high holy day. The dedications for real sisters got to have it. We feasting tabernacle, it's a high holy day. First fruits to spread 11 bread, and say the rest our head. It's a high holy day.
You see these high holy days, black man, Latino, and indigenous. These are the Lord's high holy days. These are your high holy days that you should be celebrating. Not Christmas, New Year's, birthdays, Mama's days, whatever white man days that he said you should celebrate. That has nothing to do with us. But these high holy days that are in the scriptures, those are the days that you should celebrate. Black man, Latino, and indigenous, you are God's chosen people. You keep these high holy days.
Don't let your strongest muscle be in your goddamn them Twitter fingers, nigga. Boss that nigga, man. Get your shit together, man. I'm overrated. So overrated. Overrated. So overrated, nigga. Coming on this bitch real fresh, bulletproof, high shoe, bitch, you better wear your vests. She try to get something off her chest, but the drip on her head made a mess. I'm a real piece of profit on this one, but nighttime sheet, I'm a beast. I'm like, here, eat it up, baby, eat it. Here, eat it up, baby, eat. I walk with my pole like a pimp in the state that I got up a ton. I walk around with a lot of blaze, babe, blaze, I lit a rip on it, yeah. Tonight it's a ride, I got a show, live show, and the niggas still indie. Yeah. UPK niggas winning, UPK niggas gifted. Hey, I had a little money, but I lost a little money for that punk ass job. Now I'm getting paid off passion, so it's only right that I stunt. All the niggas wanna hate, frustrates on the face, boy, love wasting time. I don't hate being around broke minds, I motivate their ass in their grind. And that's a real ass leader, real ass nigga, 2G short in the flesh. And I'ma eat my plate so good, I'ma let a little bit while the dish. And I'ma beat down your block so rich, top off, you'll feel their leg. I went to another bitch house, cause that bitch ain't clean up the kitchen. And I ain't saying no names, give a goddamn shit, let that motherfucker learn. I left my phone unlocked, woke up, bitch, had a damn chalkboard in front. Wanna know who it is, who the fuck is that bitch, I ain't telling no business. And I bought another motherfucking chopper, and that big game with some haters, but hey, I'm overrated, pass overrated. I'm overrated, pass overrated, nigga. I'm overrated, pass overrated. I'm overrated, pass overrated, nigga. I pass overrated, my money coming steady, I'ma rock out my good talk. Hey, the women looking good, got them white cross, I was trying to see who got good talk. South Carolina, where them 5 thick women, they better know how to cook up. Hey, never say the bitch from scratch, that'll keep a nigga, yeah, on stop. I be in Atlanta with the hitters, zone 6 rockin' with a nigga. Had a nigga walk up to a G, but couldn't get past my security. Yeah, I go out, that's my dog already, and the priest too official. Niggas in the world traumatized, tryna buy a trip off a nigga. But when keep the souls coming, keep these hoes run the hill for a change, he'll fly. But I gotta keep my fly slide on me, cause these that bitches lying. I'm in North Carolina doing real big shit, I been got new ties. If you ain't round broke, boy, you tired. But me and my niggas, yeah, pass overrated, pass overrated. Overrated, pass overrated, nigga. Pass overrated, pass overrated, overrated, pass overrated, nigga. That's the pass overrated, man. Mixtape, EP, whatever you wanna call it. I'm beating y'all more. Y'all run this shit up, man. Do this shit for the Lord, man. Pass overrated, man. UPK South Carolina, man. Shout 2G. Come on, I see you, nigga. Come on.
ODing on the beat, Narcan flow. We outside. We outside with it. That temperature's getting hot, we take it outside. You run your mouth up in this club, we take it outside. I got my killers with me, you won't make it outside. Outside, cause we out. Before they had the mess and we was outside. The Glock loaded, extra mag and it's outside. There's one west for that bag and we outside. We outside. I got the world in the palm of my hand. One west sleeve stretched through it live on the gram. Had a whole world viewing. Click and subscribe. Had them niggas off the block. Tell them shooters they want a job. I just put them on the payroll. When I get control them, I just mold them like they play though. Soldiers giving halo, trying to get up at them pesos. 40 cows send you out of space, Jeff Bezos. Jeff Bezos, leave you all boxed up. All cause my delivery.
Allah Akbar.
Y'all about Shimmy outside, brother. Thumb, clap it up, Akim. Good to see you. Let's get it on. Most High in Christ. Bienvenido. Mi nombre es General Mahayaman. Estoy al servicio de General Yohanan. Carnales, esta es la verdad. Si tú eres hombres hispanos, negros o indio nativo, tú eres Israel. El pueblo elegido de Dios. Madre y tu padre dicen que somos un culto. Y mantienen su iglesia sin culto. Pero su iglesia es culpable de todo lo que nos están pasando. Órale. Let's get it on. Knocking the ready to rock. Haz tu preguntas. Answer all of your questions. We'll rock it out tonight. What's tonight's topic? The TSA need revolution. There should be revolution at the TSA. We'll explain tonight. Okay, good to go. Before we get into the topic, do I have any questions that I can answer for you?
Khan, we have a quick shout out to the Zones joining us tonight. If that's the right. We got Colleen in here with us.
Oh, Big Texas, Colleen. I see you, Colleen, Texas. Good to see you.
Shalom, y'all. Sir.
We got Dallas here.
Big Texas out Dallas. I see you, Dallas, Texas.
Chicago's with us.
Chi-Town. Good to see you. Good to see you, Chi-Town. Most High in Christ.
We got Florida in here with us.
Florida, Gator Bait down there in Florida. Good to see you, Warriors.
Shalom, y'all.
Of course, we live up here in headquarters in Harlem.
Harlem, Jerusalem. Good to see you, Warrior.
And Florida has a question, sir.
Please, Florida.
Hey, shalom, sir. Shalom. Yahabashim Yashabakta. Salaki, sir, can you hear me?
I hear you perfectly. Yahabashim Yashabakta. I'm ready to rock.
Most High in Christ, sir. Estoy feliz de verte, sir.
Estoy feliz. I'm happy to see you, correct?
Happy to see you.
Outstanding. Say it again. Estoy feliz de veo.
Most High in Christ.
Gracias.
I don't want Slakia. If I could get a breakdown on the book of Matthew, chapter 3, and verse 16 and 17. And my question is the dove and the lightning upon him. All right. The book of Matthew, chapter 3 and verse 16. And Yahushua, when he was baptized, went up straightway out of the water, and lo, the heavens were opened unto him.
So this is when John the Baptist baptized our King Jesus Christ with water. He dunked him in the water, and straightway, meaning as soon as he came out the water,
Gone. And he saw the Spirit of God descending like a dove.
He saw, so imagine seeing God's power. The best way to understand it is imagine seeing raw energy, God's Spirit. And this energy or this Spirit was descending, meaning it was being lowered from the heavens. El cielo, from the heaven. Lowered from the heaven. Keep going.
Gone. And lightning upon him.
And lightning upon him. So this energy, once it was on him, it made him glow. You understand?
Gone.
It made him glow. So energy floating down from the heaven, landing on him, and now he is glowing in this energy. You understand? Anything else?
Gone, sir. And verse 17, sir, if I could. And lo, a voice from heaven saying, this is my beloved Son, in whom I am well pleased.
So now he's standing there glowing with a light that everyone saw descend from God, come down from the sky. And then they all hear a voice from the sky saying, this is my beloved Son, in whom I am well pleased. Meaning, you want to emphasize the word this when you read it. This is my beloved Son, in whom I am well pleased. You see, this was done for all of the onlookers, for everyone that was there to see the baptism of John the Baptist, for everyone that knew about the mission of John the Baptist. The Bible says that the entire city of Jerusalem came out to be baptized by John. There was no movement like the movement of John the Baptist. It was bigger than Marcus Garvey's movement. John's movement was the biggest counterculture black movement in history in terms of population, in terms of the amount of people that got involved in it and left the mainstream Roman worship and came to follow John in the wilderness. This day, when John was going to baptize Jesus Christ, upon Jesus Christ being baptized, a voice from heaven said, this is my beloved Son. Hear ye him. This is my beloved Son, in whom I am well pleased. So now we know that God is absolutely pleased by Jesus Christ. God likes everything about him. God likes what he's doing. God approves of his work. Continue.
Oh, that was it on it, sir. Salakia, sir. Was that like a literal voice, or did they hear?
Voice. And you want to read the other accounts of it. The full phrase that he said was, "This is my beloved Son, in whom I am well pleased. Hear ye him," which is the other account that the other people had who witnessed it. Meaning God wants everybody to know, don't follow John. This is my beloved Son, in whom I am well pleased. Hear ye him. In the other accounts, in the other books of the Gospels, the disciples of Christ say that as well. Like that entire thing was absolutely done with an audible voice, so that everyone would stop following John that day, so that no one would follow him anymore. Because now imagine following John, while when you saw John baptize someone, a voice from the sky said, "This is my beloved Son, in whom I am well pleased. Hear ye him." Then you'll never listen to John again, because he's not Christ. You understand?
Sir. The water. Gracias.
Is that it for you?
Sir Colleen also has a question.
Lane, Texas.
Shalom, Yahabashmi Ashar Barakatah, sir.
Yeah.
All right, and my question is in Revelation 16, verse 12 through 14. I just wanted a general breakdown.
Please.
Yes, sir. Revelation 16, chapter 16, verse 12. And the sixth angel poured out his vial upon the great river Euphrates, and the water thereof was dried up, that the way of the kings of the east might be prepared. And I saw three unclean spirits like frogs come out of the mouth of the dragon, and out of the mouth of the beast, and out of the mouth.
Can you hear me out?
Barely, sir. Your mic was kind of low.
You want me just to start breaking this down?
If you could, sir, Khan Wakan.
How's my sound, Texas?
I can hear you, sir. It's just like usually your mic is a lot stronger.
Okay, let me try to fix it. 1 second now. Stand by. How do I fix it? Okay, let me put you on hold 1 second now so I can fix my sound, all right?
Khan Wakan, sir.
Be out for a second, Ephraim.
Khan Wakan, sir. And while you're working on that, General, we're posting in the chat throughout the class links to all the events going down at the Passover. It's almost here. It's almost here.
Give me 1 second. Can you take me out first? Then go over the announcements.
But and Salaki, sir, maybe you could give us the rundown straight from Texas.
Oh, definitely. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, April 1st, Houston, Texas, at the B&H Ranch. Everybody needs to pay their Passover fee. But everything's gonna start on April 1st with the lamb slaughter. Captain Nakai's and all the brothers, Kazak Ahmad, they're gonna be holding it down with the lamb slaughter. If you haven't already put your order in for your lamb, go ahead and get that taken care of. But it's gonna be the kickoff, and then I think around maybe like 11:30 to 4 p.m. is the kids party, on location, and then that evening, I believe is gonna be Wednesday scripture breakdown with General Mahayaman, which is gonna be amazing. All your questions, all your all the information and knowledge you need is gonna be available. Thursday, what's that? Thursday is Thursday scripture breakdown? Or is that Wednesday? You got the list?
Scripture breakdown.
Oh, Thursday scripture breakdown, Salakia. And then also, like I said, Friday is going to be the black party starting at 8 p.m. I believe it's like the what they call that, the trail ride theme, cowboy hats and boots. Salakia, I think the general is back.
Let me double check my sound. How am I sounding now,
You sound amazing, sir. You sound perfect.
I appreciate you. Go ahead. Keep going, please, Colleen.
Come on, one con, sir. I'll start at the top again. The book of Revelations, chapter 16, verse 12. And the sixth angel poured out.
Did you want to finish the announcements?
Oh, come on, one con, sir. Sure. So Friday is the black party. Like I said, it's like a trail ride theme. Boots, cowboy hats, all that. And then we're gonna have in-house performances, I believe, from the artists that are in the UPK. Saturday is Passover, the Lord's 57th Passover. Be on time. I believe that starts at 4 p.m. Be on time. And then Saturday is the Feast of Unleavened Bread, and I believe that starts at 6 p.m. And then I believe after all those dates, there are going to be various night events, clubs, things of that nature. But the main thing is that Blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians have a safe place to come and honor the Lord for for these holy convocations and these holy days. Salakia.
Damn right. Well said, Colleen. I'm ready to rock.
Come on, one con, sir. The book of Revelations, chapter 16, verse 12. And the sixth angel poured out his vial upon the great river Euphrates, and the water thereof was dried up, that the way of the kings of the east might be prepared.
So now this is John seeing a vision of the destruction of the Middle East, so that the kings of the Middle East can return. So right now, you have people ruling over the Middle East who are not the children of that land. So the Most High God is destroying the Middle East so that the true children of that land can return. That's the point of that. And you're seeing that happen right now in the news. Where the Euphrates River is drying up, meaning this place right now that was so fertile and so bountiful now is not. Why? So that the true people of the land can return. So the people who are there right now, they have to suffer. They have to be discouraged from staying in our land. And that's why there's war in Iran and war in the Middle East, so that the people who have benefited and have grown so fat off of our land, they can grow thin and anemic and leave our land so we can return. You understand?
Khan, verse 13. And I saw 3 unclean spirits like frogs come out of the mouth of the dragon and out of the mouth of the beast and out of the mouth.
Let me slow it down to take so I can break down each line, all right? For you Christians that don't believe in the unclean laws anymore, for you Christians that believe that pigs now are lawful to eat, and you believe shrimp and crab are lawful to eat, this is in the New Testament. In the book of Revelation says he saw 3 unclean spirits like frogs. Why? Because frogs are unlawful to eat. A lot of blacks and Latinos eat frog legs. I can't explain it to you, but I know they do it. They'll sit there and eat a frog's leg and suck on the goddamn frog's leg. Well, a frog is unclean. And it's saying it in the New Testament right now. Read it again.
Khan, sir. Verse 13. And I saw 3 unclean spirits like frogs come out of the mouth of the dragon.
He sees this dragon. What's the dragon? The dragon is speaking about the 7 empires that rose up after the fall of Rome, the 7-headed dragon of the book of Revelations. Who was the 7-headed dragon? Our oppressor is the 7-headed dragon. The entire white race, our oppressor, he is the 7-headed dragon. You don't believe us? The UPK has been telling you that the 7-headed dragon is talking about our oppressor since 1969. We've been saying this. We've been saying that the dragon of 7 heads in the book of Revelations is speaking about our oppressor in America. Our oppressors all throughout Europe and Portugal. We've been telling you that, and you didn't believe us. Now, will you believe Charlie Kirk? Will you believe Erica Kirk? Because they said the exact same thing. If you don't believe that the white man is truly the 7-headed beast, the 7-headed dragon of the book of Revelations, then go look up the 7 Mountains movement. The 7 Mountains movement is a movement of ultra Christian right nationalists who believe in Christian dominance. And there is a movement where they're trying to establish the 7 heads of Rome, the 7 mountains of Rome, to bring again the empire of Rome back on this planet Earth. They know they're the 7-headed beast. Ephraim, show them that. Show them the 7 mountains doctrine, the 7 mountains belief system. It's the belief system that is in charge of the planet right now. It's the belief system that is invading Iran. It's the belief system that is killing the Palestinians. It's the belief system that is killing Hispanics in America and killing unarmed black men in America. It's the rebirth of Rome. And while you're thinking that the white man is not the dragon, he is professing to be the 7-headed dragon, the 7 mountains of Rome. Go ahead and play it.
But I'll tell you, finally, we have a president that understands the 7 mountains of cultural influence.
The 7 mountains. What's a mountain? The top, the head. Don't you understand what's happening in the last days? Why do you think there are meteorites hitting the planet Earth and war in the Middle East and death and destruction everywhere? Jesus Christ, his return is near. It's near. And now you have the white man who has been ever professed to be the devil. Now he just tells the world that he is going to establish the 7 heads, the 7 mountains of Rome. Go ahead and play this one, please.
Give the other man. And the message was that there are 7 molders of culture, or 7 world kingdoms, and that he who could take those kingdoms could take the harvest of nations. Now, this illustration is the way I see it. I look at it this way. I see those 7 molders of culture as being the religion mountain, as a metaphor for something you've got to take or climb. Then we have education, we could say, family. These are in no particular order of importance. They all represent the forces that shape societies and nations.
Not right there. So this is some devil who is trying to explain this 7 mountains doctrine, this 7 heads. Well, I'll explain it to you, white man, because the UPK has been telling brothers and sisters about this since 1969. When Rome fell, when at one time Rome was the greatest empire to ever exist, it outshined Egypt. It outshined the empire of Alexander. Rome was the greatest empire. Then Rome fell during the time of the Dark Ages. Rome fell. When it fell, 7 Roman provinces stepped up in the place of Rome. 7 Roman provinces. Those 7 heads. Some of those provinces include Londinium, which later became England, which is what America comes out of. Give me some more. Italy, that's another province. Portugal, that's another province. All of these were 7 Roman provinces, and they took over after the fall of Rome. What has been the desire of our oppressor since Rome fell? To rebuild it again. To rebuild it again. They're seeking to rebuild the Roman Empire because they are the 7-headed dragon of the book of Revelations. Go look up the 7 mountains belief. The 7 mountains doctrine. It's the doctrine in the White House right now. It's the doctrine of Stephen Miller. It's the doctrine of Donald Trump. It was the doctrine of Charles Kirk. It's the doctrine of Benjamin Netanyahu. It's the doctrine of the oppressor of this world and the enemy of Jesus Christ. Continue, Khalid.
Colonel McCon, sir. And out of the mouth of the beast, and out of the mouth of the false prophet.
So now, what is coming out of the mouth of this dragon and out of the mouth of the false prophet? That's telling you what the power of this dragon is. This dragon, his mouth speaks unclean words. What comes out of his mouth? Lies. And lies are unclean to come out of your mouth. That's what Jesus Christ tried to cut the Sadducee and Pharisee with in his excellence. When they were angry at him because he didn't wash his hands or wash pots before he sat down to eat, because he was starving from doing the work of the Lord with no support from them, with no help from them. He sat down and ate without washing his hands. And because, of course, Israelites are very fastidious and very hygienic, they didn't like it. And then Jesus Christ told them, it is not what goeth in a man's mouth which make a man unclean, but that which cometh out. For which cometh out are lies and murmurs and filthiness and lewdness. You see, you Christians, what you're saying is evil. That's the problem. Your doctrine in the Christian church is a lie. And that's what comes out of your mouth. And those lies are unclean like frogs, except they're coming out of your mouth. What do these frogs represent? The lies of that beast. That beast, that 7-headed beast, he lies. All he does is lie. Lie constantly, lie day and night. And we as fools hoping to stay alive under his care, we willingly believe his lies. We have a willful ignorance to everything the white man says because we want his money. We want to survive. We want to live in his sunlight. So we willfully believe something that we know is not true, but we force ourselves to believe it. Those are the frogs coming out of his mouth, but not only his mouth, Killeen, Texas, out of the mouth of the false prophet. You see, this beast works in allegiance with a false prophet. They work together. You see, the beast is our oppressor. The false prophet, he's black, he's Latino. He's a brother, but he's a false prophet. And he's working with the beast. He's working with that 7-headed dragon, with those 7 mountains. He's working with them, and he's a liar too. He lies just like them, like Martin Luther King was a stinking liar who cursed black people unto this very moment. Cursed us. Now all we do is celebrate how many Oscars Sinner got. How many Oscars did Sinners get? 27. Hallelujah. That is great. Now, the gasoline is $5. It's $5 to get gasoline in your car. And the TSA are working for free as slaves. And they're the ones that are supposed to protect us from terrorist attacks. They're working for free. You see, but, Sinners got 25 Oscars. So shit, listen, I guess I should be happy with that. Well, that's what Martin Luther King taught me. I should be happy because Bad Bunny really did an excellent job at the Super Bowl. That's good, except they're closing down Black and Latino schools all over the country, and you can't get health care, and your wife was fired from her job because she was Black. Because she was Latino, she gets fired. And your Hispanic wife is being deported, and your West Indian wife is being deported. But, we're performing at the Super Bowl. We're getting Oscars. So we should be happy. That's a willful ignorance. We accept what the white man gives us, even though what he gives us doesn't profit us. Why? Because of the lies of that seven-headed beast and the lies of the false prophets. Continue.
Sir. Verse 14. For they are the spirits of devils, working miracles which go forth unto the kings of the earth and of the whole world, to gather them to the battle of the great day of God Almighty.
Slow it down a little slower, if you don't mind, please, Khalid. For they are the spirits of devils. What are the spirits of devils? These frogs that come out of their mouth. They're the spirits of demons. If you believe the doctrine of the Christian church, you have a demon. If you let it go into your heart and go into your mind, and if you build your life around Christianity, you have a demon. You are going to vote every election and molest children every night. That is what is going to happen to you because you've taken on the demons that come out of that preacher's mouth. He got those demons from the 7 heads of the book of Revelations. That monster with 7 heads who rules the planet Earth and wants to rule heaven. Keep going from right where you stopped.
Sir. Working miracles which go forth unto the kings of the earth.
Working miracles. What do these lies do? These lies work. Okay, milagro. What a miracle. They do amazing things. The lies of the white man, brother, do an amazing work on this planet Earth. It astonishes me every day. It astonishes me every day when they say, well, the soldiers in the Middle East are fighting for our freedom. They're fighting for you. Really? How is that? How is somebody in Iran fighting for me? I'm sitting here in Harlem and New York and Philadelphia and Texas and Memphis. He's killing Arabs in Iran. How in the hell is this for me? Why don't you send those soldiers to protect Hispanics, to protect the West Indians from ICE agents? I need your help here in America, not in Iran. I'm not over there. So I don't know how. And it's an amazing thing because I'm telling you, Khalid, people think that when the white man kills somebody in Iraq, they're doing it for you in Killeen, Texas. And that is, I'm telling you, that's the prominent belief. And no one ever goes, well, tell me how that works. How is that possible? Because usually, because America is killing people in Iraq, that's the reason that it's going to cause a terrorist attack here in New York. That's where it comes from. Because the white man goes over to the Middle East, kills their children, bombs their schools, and then they grow up hating America, but they're not going to kill anybody in Iraq. They're going to kill someone in Manhattan. That's what they're going to do. They're going to come over to America and kill civilians because their children were killed in Saudi Arabia. How are you protecting me in America by killing and fighting people in Iran? How is that even? Give me the logic of it. Explain it. You never have to, because no one ever asked, because we believe the lies coming out of your mouth. That's the miracle that these lies can perform. They make everyone think that the United States soldiers are heroes killing people in the Middle East for the Israelis. Somehow they're helping me. Somehow they're my hero. I don't understand it. I'm willing to listen. How are they fighting for freedom by killing Arabs in their land? What they're doing is they're taking away the freedom from the Iranians. They're taking away their right to breathe and to have water. They're taking away the freedom from the Afghanistanians, but they're not giving me a freedom. What war does America fight that helps us? They fight a war every goddamn week. How in the hell does it help the American citizens? It does not help you at all. But you believe it does because preachers said it and because a seven-headed dragon said it. Keep going.
Colonel sir. And of the whole world to gather them to the battle of the great day of God Almighty.
What these lies do? These lies gather everyone together. Everyone is one. Thank you for your service. Thank you for being a Marine and in the Navy. You're fighting for freedom. We have to defend our soldiers. And these lies gather everyone together to battle in the Valley of Decision, to battle in the Middle East, to battle in Iran. You're seeing biblical prophecies take place right now that the Israelite School of UPK under Commanding General Yohana has told you of old, de antes, has told you of a long time. We've told you this. Now you're seeing it in front of your face. Keep going.
Colonel Concert, verse 15. Behold, I come as a thief. Blessed is he that watcheth.
Mm-hmm. Because the white man is such a good liar, no one realizes that Jesus Christ is about to return. Brother, the prophecies you see taking place should key everyone to knowing that the end is near and Armageddon is around the corner. But you don't know it. You don't even notice it. You don't see what's happening. Brother, there was a 7-ton asteroid that just attacked America. 7 tons. And it was broken up in the ozone layer. The boom was so goddamn loud, it scared the piss out of people from Ohio to Chicago. Scared them to death. No one cared. Why? Because our Lord is coming as a thief in the night. Why is that? Because you believe the lies so much that you can't see the prophecies taking place. You don't notice them. You don't notice what is happening right in front of your face. You don't see you angered God with those ICE agents. You angered God with Fernando Castile. The Lord was slow in patience with the white man. Slow since Emmett Till in the time of lynching. Slow since the Spanish conquistadors. Slow since slavery and the eradication of the chosen people of God, the so-called North American Indian. Slow, waiting. And now finally the Most High God said, enough is enough. Stick in the sickle. The harvest is ripe. It's time now. Now there are literally asteroids hitting the goddamn planet Earth. Go ahead and play it.
To this incredible sight seen in several states, a 7-ton meteor shooting across the sky. The sonic boom heard over multiple states. The meteor 6 feet in diameter, the ground shaking. Here's Rhiannon Alley tonight.
Tonight, NASA says this bright red fireball streaking through the sky, moving at 40,000 miles per hour and seen from at least 10 states, is a rare daylight meteor crashing into Earth.
Oh, what the was that?
The asteroid bursting through the Earth's atmosphere, sending loud sonic booms, rattling homes from Ohio to Kentucky. The blast so powerful it shook the ground, the rumbling registering on a seismograph.
It was just like a boom, like that.
The meteor seen just before 9 a.m. for barely 5 seconds, traveling more than 34 miles in the upper atmosphere before breaking apart above Medina, Ohio, and seen across the Northeast.
Anybody see or hear what blew up? Definitely too big for fireworks. We felt a shockwave. We're not sure what it is, but it was big.
Let
me tell you, brothers and sisters, something if I could, Ephraim. The Bible says that the sin of Sodom and Gomorrah had reached unto heaven. The Lord rained fire and brimstone down on Sodom and Gomorrah. The Most High God had had enough of that wicked city. He had enough of it. Don't you understand? Those meteorites, those asteroids, that is how Sodom and Gomorrah was destroyed. They were destroyed from meteorites, from fire and brimstone, from burning rocks, from space. God descended those rocks, brother, rained those rocks down on Sodom and Gomorrah. There was nothing left. Nothing left. It's gone. It's a hole in the ground right now. Don't you understand, America, because of your wickedness against the children of God that have ever been at peace with you? That's the future of Great Britain. That's the future of Portugal. That's the future of France. Because we were kind to you. We were forgiving. And we obeyed you and served you as second-class citizens, and you hated us all the more. Now receive fire and brimstone for your wickedness. Now you're going to see the other side of the loving God that you talk about every day in church. Now he's going to give it to you the other way. You understand, Khalid?
Concert, and if I could, my Lord, right now, our brothers and sisters in Cuba, 10 million of our brothers and sisters are suffering from these power outages, food shortages, water supply shortages, and because of the lack of the water system, the disease that is beginning to spread in Cuba. And in the midst of the suffering of our people, you have Donald Trump saying, "I'll take the honor of taking Cuba and I'll do what I want with it." It just reminded me of Psalms 83, wanting to take the houses of God in possession. Like even in the midst of all this wickedness, the pride in their mouth is like reaching to, like you said, reaching to the heavens, sir. Salakia.
You're telling the truth, and thank the Most High God for the chosen people of God, the Cubans, who the Most High God calls the tribe of Manasseh. Samson was from that tribe. Samson. And those are the chosen people of God on that island. And fire and brimstone are going to free them. They're going to be destruction that the Lord God gives the wicked. Correct. I need to get to another question, Colleen. Am I done here or no?
I'm good, sir. The water.
Anything else, please? Ephraim.
Sir, we got some questions. Also, the one y'all asked for a breakdown of Romans 7 and 7 through 9.
Whenever you're ready.
Come on, Con. Romans chapter 7 and verse 7. Verse 7 through 10. Chapter 7 and verse 7. What shall we say then? Is the law sin? God forbid.
You better go 2 verses above this.
Con. Romans 7 and 5. For when we were in the flesh, the motions of sins, which were by the law, did work in our members to bring forth fruit unto death.
What does Paul mean when he says when we were in the flesh? What he means is when we were in the world. That's the term that we use in the UPK, being in the world. Right? We're in the world, meaning we're of it. We act like people who are not followers of Jesus Christ. Who are those people? You Christians. You Christians are not followers of Jesus Christ at all. You don't follow. You follow the 7-headed dragon of the book of Revelations. That's why you molest children. That's why you have Epstein's Island. That's why all of your preachers are sexual deviants, because you don't follow Jesus Christ. You follow our oppressor. Well, Paul is saying when we were in the world, when we were in the flesh, being in the flesh means that I obey my body, not God. My penis wants this kind of sex, I give it to it. My penis wants this, I do what my penis wants me to do. Right? I'm led by my penis. I'm led by my stomach. I like eating pork, so I eat it. My stomach wants it. I like eating shrimp and crab and seafood boils, like you nasty bitches out there eating seafood boils. If you eat a seafood boil, you're a nasty bitch. You're a nasty, disgusting bitch if you eat a seafood boil. I can't even imagine a man eating a seafood boil. So I got to assume brothers are doing it. But it seems like something that just the nastiest bitch in the world does. Sit down and suck crab legs and suck that old bag of grease and put it all in her system. And you wonder why no one wants your vagina. They can't stand to be around you when you take off your pants. Why? Because of the seafood boil. Well, that's what people do in the world, but you call yourself Christian, but you do things that are contrary to the law of God, which is what Jesus Christ gave his life for us to keep the law of God. So Paul is saying we were the same way. We did the same things when we were in the flesh. Your stomach wants seafood boils. Your nose wants it when you smell it. Your nose wants bacon. Your nose wants seafood because you smell it. Your body wants illicit sex. But when you're in the spirit, you don't obey the flesh. You don't obey your body. In the times past, por tanto tiempo, yeah, tiempo, not por tanto tiempo, for so long. That's for so long in the past. De antes, los tiempos de antes, a long time ago, we used to do those things back in the day. A long time ago. Now we don't do those things anymore. Keep going.
Come. Did work in our members to bring forth fruit unto death.
And what happened? Because we disobeyed God in obeying our flesh, the fruit that it brought forth was death. So now what do we have? Diabetes, heart disease, high blood pressure, gun violence, AIDS, countless diseases, and just countless. Being black and Hispanic is just living through one crisis after another. That's all it is. That's all it is. I remember my father telling me about the heroin epidemic because he was looking at the crack epidemic that I grew up with. I grew up in the crack epidemic, in the crack era. My father saw the crack epidemic and he said, boy, I haven't seen things like this since the heroin epidemic, right? So it's just, you go from heroin to crack, to crystal meth, just one crisis after another. It makes you wonder what your child will have to go through if Jesus Christ doesn't come back soon. What will be the next crisis that they will have to go through, right? That's your life. That's the fruit of you following your flesh. That's where it comes from. If you ever wonder where heroin comes from, and crack, and death, and destruction, and abortion, it comes from you following your body and the desires of your body instead of the desires of God. You're going to have some discipline, baby girl. You're going to have some discipline, young brother. You're going to have to let your stomach rumble and your nose be denied what it smells. You're going to have to demand that your penis find better fruit, better pleasure than what your penis had pleasure for in the past. You're going to have to do it, or else the only thing that will come from it is death. Continue.
Okay, verse 6. But now we are delivered from the law, that being dead, wherein we were held, that we should serve in newness of spirit.
Slow it down. But now, that's what you need. But now we are delivered from the law. Who asked the question? Now I just broke this down for him. I want him to tell me, what does being delivered from the law mean? Just be black and Latino. You know what it means. What I just broke down to you is highlighting what it means. We're not doing what our flesh did anymore, which the only fruit that came from that is death. Now we're delivered from the law. First, tell me this. Why are we delivered from the law now? As opposed to los tiempos de antes, what we were doing in the past. We weren't delivered from the law back then. Oh no, the law had us, and we were dying because of it. Why are we delivered from the law? I don't have time. I got to give it to you, unless someone wants to give it a shot. Anyone?
Nobody in the comments, sir.
I'll give it to you if it's okay. We're delivered from the law because we're keeping the commandments. That's why we're delivered from the law. For the same reason they let me out of jail, right? You begin to do the right thing, and then now your parole is over. You're on parole. The judge is watching you. Have you been on parole, brothers out there? I'm sure none of you good brothers have been on parole before because you're righteous. I wasn't righteous at all. And so when you're on parole, what is the judge doing? He's bringing you down there every month, every week, checking your urine. You're going to court. He's on top of you like a babysitter. You got a parole officer who's just a mom. That's what a parole officer is, a mommy. Some mommy, Miss Gladys, making sure that you're not getting high, making sure you're not hanging around with those cats from your neighborhood, making sure you have a job, making sure you're showing up to work on time, making sure you're not getting any fresh cases That's your new mommy, your parole officer, right? What is she doing? She's trying to see if you're keeping the rules. Are you committing more murders? Are you committing more violent acts? Are you stealing? Are you still getting high? Are you hanging with those brothers that you shot that guy with? Are you still with them? She's watching to see if you're going to keep the rules. Well, over time, she'll begin to say, wait a minute, he's keeping the commandments. He's obeying the judge's orders. And then before you know it, your parole is over, right? Now you're not under the law anymore. Now you don't have to pee in a cup every 3 days or once a week or once a month. Now you don't have to show up and explain where you're going and why you left the town you live in. You're not under the law anymore once parole is over. Now, why did your parole end? Because there was enough time. Enough time that you proved that you could keep the commandments. It works the same way with God. It's the exact way. In the past, we were under the law, which means what? God was killing us and throwing us in prison, destroying us, shooting us, giving us diseases and death because we kept breaking his commandments, and that led to death. But now we've changed. Now we're good citizens of the Commonwealth of Israel. Good people, good citizens. And the Lord says, you know what? You can handle it from here. I'm not going to hurt you anymore. You don't have to show up to court anymore. You don't have to check in with a parole officer anymore. This is what this precept is about. It is not about whatever you Christians think it's about. I'm assuming you Christians think this is more license to molest children. You Christians search the Bible for a way to molest more children. Why do that? You're going to molest them anyway. Why search for justification? You're going to molest a child. If you read a Bible scripture that says don't molest children, you're still going to do it. How do I know? Because you read a scripture that says you cannot eat swine's flesh, and you still do it. So why search the Bible for justification for sin when you're going to sin even if you don't find the justification? Is there anything else? Who asked this question?
Officer Nwanyala.
Do I need to go on?
Sluggy, sir.
Do I need to go on to Nwanyala? Just tell me. Come on. Give me the part. Do I need to go on?
He asked for the breakdown through verse 10.
What verse are we in?
We in verse 7.
Keep going.
Come on. What shall we say then? Is the law sin? God forbid.
Is the law sin? Now, what are we going to say? Because when I was under the law, it was killing me. Because I was breaking the commandments, so it was killing me. So is the law wrong? Is the law wrong for killing drug addicts and drug dealers? Is the law wrong for wiping out your entire choir with AIDS? Is the law wrong? Because the law did that. The law wiped out the choir, brother. The choir has, I don't think it recovered since the 80s and the 90s, that choir. That's why you can't make any good music today. Because I think all the people that made good music died of AIDS. All of them. So now the music is just, hip hop. That's it. Because everyone that could sing or write music or play the piano died of AIDS, died of drug addiction. All right. Is the law wrong for doing that? Is the law wrong for giving out punishments to make sure that you keep God's commandments? Is the law sin? Is the law wrong? Keep going.
God forbid.
God forbid. The law is right to kill you. Right to kill your uncle. Right to kill Eddie Long. Right to kill Martin Luther King. Right to kill. How can you say that God is wrong for allowing these deaths? The people that carried out these deaths were wrong. God allowed him. He is right to do it. Why? Because if he did not do it, how would you know what sin is? The only reason you know what sin is because of the repercussion. I wouldn't have known what hurting someone that it was even wrong for going to jail and not for getting arrested. How would you even know? How would you even know without going to court and getting arrested? How would you even know that hurting the people in your community was even wrong? You know because of the punishment. The law is not sin, God forbid. Continue.
Nay, I had not known sin but by the law.
That's how I know what sin is. I knew it was wrong when those police come up in your house to drag you the hell out of there. Then you know, oh, okay, I guess this is not acceptable. I guess I did is frowned upon, Ephraim. That's how I knew. I said, what are those footsteps coming up the stairs? Oh, that's the police. Oh, this is frowned upon behavior. Oh, damn. Okay. I'm coming with you now. Okay, shit. All right. I guess this was a bad idea. Right? When you get AIDS and you go, wait a minute, I thought that being gay was fabulous. I thought it was fabulous and fun and, just having a ball. Wait a minute. What'd you say, doctor? I got what? Hold up now, doc. That's not fabulous. Nothing fabulous and glamorous about AIDS. See, the punishment is how you know that the action is wrong. If not for the punishment, you would think it's right. It's not. Keep going.
For I had not known lust, except the law had said, thou shalt not covet.
You bring from I would lust unless the law said what?
Thou shalt not covet.
Thou shalt not covet. I wouldn't have known that it was wrong at all to plot on stealing and plot on another man's woman and plot on things that belong to other people. I would not even have known that that was lust. I would have thought it was just me trying to get what I want, right? I would have thought it was innocent, human, even. But I know it's wrong because the law told me it's wrong. And the law kills people that plot on other men's good and other men's women. Continue.
Verse 8. But sin, taking occasion by the commandment, wrought in me all manner of concupiscence.
But sin, taking an occasion by the commandment. What does sin do? What does it mean when it says taking an occasion? Sin tempted me that day. It convinced me that day. Maybe it was those frogs coming out of the mouth of that preacher that told me that the law was done away with. So now my sexual desire is simply just my desire. Ephraim, I know you can't find it in such short time, but if you want to understand what this occasion is, look up Eddie Long in the text messages. Not Eddie Long. What's the cat's name? The homo out of Baltimore right now. Not homo, but LGBT participant. His name is. He's doing the. No. I'm sorry. The one in Atlanta. The one that makes the terrible movies. Who's the cat in Atlanta that makes the terrible movies about black women being rich and finding somebody rich?
Are you able to hear me, sir?
No, I hear you now. Go ahead.
Tyler Perry.
Thank you, Tyler Perry. If you can find the text messages of Tyler Perry trying to convince this man to have sex with him and not to think that God doesn't like it, don't think that. Don't think like that. That's what Tyler Perry was saying. That's sin taking an occasion according to the law. Because the man is saying, listen, Tyler Perry, I can't have sex with you because of my religion. I don't believe in homosexuality. I can't do this with you. Tyler Perry said, you got to stop having a guilty conscience. God wants you to have this sex with me. Stop thinking like that. You're thinking all wrong. You're thinking like the law is stopping you from having what you want. God wants you to have what you want, which is sex with me so I can give you a job. Because if you do not have sex with me, you are not getting this job. Yet still the black community did not cancel Tyler Perry. Go ahead and read those text messages from and first give me that precept again and then read these. Go ahead.
Salaki, I didn't hear the first part.
First read that last part of that precept again and then read these text messages.
Okay. But sin, taking occasion by the commandment, wrought in me all manner of concupiscence.
Sin taking an occasion in me, wrought by the commandments, wrought in me all manner of concupiscence. Concupiscence is lust. It's lust all in your body where you just have to have it, and you would not know it's wrong except for the law telling you that it's wrong and the law hurting you when you do that wrong thing. Go ahead and read. Skip straight to the point when I told him about God.
So this is Tyler Perry texting this male actor. He says, "What's it going to take for you to have guiltless sex? Have y'all found that yet in therapy?"
You hear that? 1 second, Ephraim. That's Tyler Perry now. Now, why isn't he being canceled? Because this is sexual harassment. It's sexual harassment. And you brothers and sisters in the gay community, why don't you stand up and fight for your other gay people? Because are you telling me that the gay community supports a man sexually harassing someone, his employee? Tyler Perry is his boss, and he is sexually harassing his employee. And yet you would still support Tyler Perry? You gay people don't care about gay people. I can tell. That's why you have sex with them, even though you know they've been molested and you know they would not be with you unless they were some uncle's victim. You don't care about gay people. This poor brother is being sexually harassed by Tyler Perry. And Tyler Perry is saying to him, what is it going to take for you to have guiltless sex with me? Why is the brother guilty? That's all I need. Whoever asked this question, I want you to answer this, or someone answer this. Why is this man guilty about having sex with Tyler Perry? Tyler Perry is saying, when can we have some guiltless sex? Is your therapist helping you? All I need from you, if you understand this breakdown, why is this man guilty about the thought of having sex with Tyler Perry? Why? I need it up on the screen right now. I'll give you 15 seconds for me to drink the excellent scotch. The water to the brothers out in D.C. They gave me an excellent bottle of scotch, single malt scotch from the island of Isle. It's spelled Islay, but the proper pronunciation is the island of Isle in Scotland. And it's an excellent bottle. I will cherish it. Why does he feel guilty? Read what he said again, Ephraim.
What's it going to take for you to have guiltless sex? Have y'all found that yet in therapy?
Why does he feel guilty, chat room? 10 seconds. I see you're not paying attention. You don't want to pay attention, huh? You got something else to do. You cutting fringes for the Passover? I bet you're not. I know, because I haven't cut mine. And I'm dreading cutting these fringes, brother.
A brother said because he's been trying to get help for his sexual deviancy, yet Tyler Perry wants him to not look at his childhood abuse as wrong, sir.
No, you're not on to. You're not being here tonight in class, brother. Why is he trying to get help? Why doesn't he just have sex with the man? It's his job. It's going to get him a job. Tyler Perry has millions of dollars. If he has sex with Tyler Perry, he'll be able to get employed. Why is he even going to therapy about his childhood? Why doesn't he just accept being gay and have a gay experience to keep his job? Why is he guilty? There's only one word. There's one word. Let him try to be.
They're saying in the chat his conscience and because he knows it's wrong.
Why would he know it's wrong to be gay? Why would he know that? Everybody else is gay. Why would it be wrong to be gay? Why do you think it's wrong to be gay? And why? Why not? Dogs don't care what they hump. You ever have a dog? They'll hump your leg. They'll hump a pillow. Isn't it natural to just hump anything? A girl cat will stick her tail up for anything. A dog will hump your leg, hump a pillow, hump a chair, hump another dog, hump everything. Isn't it natural just to hump whatever is around? That's nature. So why would this man get therapy for being gay? Why would he think it's wrong? Why would he care about this at all? Why wouldn't he just hump Tyler Perry or let Tyler Perry hump him? Why does he think it's wrong?
Now they're saying because of the law.
Give them a hand then. That's the only reason. That is the only reason that homosexuality is wrong. Otherwise, you know what it would be? It would be natural to be gay. It would be absolutely natural. Why? Because it's natural in everything else. Every other animal can hump whatever it feels like humping. You think a cow or a bull or a dog hump cares? Well, you think your dog, get a dog and say, listen, dog, I'm not a female dog. That's my leg. The dog will say, shut up and let me hump the piss out of this leg of yours. The dog doesn't care what it humps. The only reason that human beings care about sexuality is the law. You know, I hear a lot of you talking about this Epstein Island all the time. Why is it wrong to molest children? Why is that wrong? Certainly the Greeks did it. The Greeks made a culture of molesting children. It was their culture. The Greeks believed that the mentor-mentee relationship was one of the most valuable relationships that a young boy could have, because the mentor had sex with the mentee. It was completely acceptable in Greek culture for a young man to have sex with his teacher. Alexander the Great had sex with what's that cat's name? What's that cat who taught Alexander the Great? Famous philosopher. He's famous. Well, he had sex with Alexander the Great. It was the mentor-mentee relationship. Achilles had his cousin, younger than he had sex with his cousin. Say again?
Aristotle.
That's correct. They had sex with each other. They thought that it was beneficial because the young boy would he'd suck your penis, you'd have sex with him, and you teach him about philosophy and teach him things. And in doing so, you would have sex with him. It's true in Japan. Japan does the same thing with the young samurai has to have sex with the older samurai. Many cultures believe that the youth and the young people should have sex with older people as a form of education. Why don't we believe in child molestation? Why do we care about Epstein's Island? Why do we think it's wrong for a child to be molested? Put the answer in the chat now. Give you a few seconds.
Brother said the law.
The law. That's correct, Maga War 144. That's correct, Kawan. The law. The law is the reason that we're angry about Epstein's Island. If we were in Greece, it would be acceptable. If we were in Rome, it would be acceptable. The law is the reason that child molestation is disgusting to us. What about raping women, you sisters out there? I hear a lot of talk about how you shouldn't rape a woman. You shouldn't sexually assault her. It is part of so many cultures in Indo-Europe where rape is how they get married. Rape is completely normal. It was absolutely accepted among the Vikings. The Vikings, the Norwegians, the Swedish, the Danes, the Danish, rape was acceptable in marriage. It was just marriage. You hit the bitch over the head and you had sex with her. And that was your woman. Why are we against rape? Why do we hate rape? Why would we rather stab a rapist than sit next to him in a cell? Give me the reason. Are they paying attention by now? Ephraim, do you think that
I believe so.
They're hard to get anything? I don't know. It's hard because I answer the same question about the law every goddamn day for 25 years. That's correct, Kawan. That's correct, George. That's correct, Davel. That's correct, Angel. That's correct. But without the law, rape would just be an accepted way to get a woman. Child molestation would be considered a cultural benefit. That's what it would be, because it was considered that before the law. When the Greeks were doing it, and the Sabians and the Romans were doing it. The law is how you know right from wrong. Remember that when you want to do away with the law, because if there is no law, if the law is done away with, then child molestation is back. Then rape is back. Then murder is back. The only reason these things are unacceptable in civilized culture is because of the law. Don't give it up. Because in giving up the law, you give yourself over to barbarism. You give yourself over to savagery. You give yourself over to being nothing more than an animal. Anything else? Is that it? Where are we at?
A couple more verses, sir.
That's all I can do for him, Mark. He gonna break the law anyway. What I gotta do? Enough.
It's like it was a brother in the school that asked.
Oh shit! There I go again. I'm sorry. Lo siento. Please forgive me. Keep reading until it's finished. Read until I do penance for my evil words. Keep going.
Verse 9. For I was alive without the law once.
Read that again.
For I was alive without the law once.
Keep going.
But when the commandment came, sin revived and I died.
You see, I was a law without the law once. You know what that means, young warrior? Before I knew it was wrong, I was doing it. Before I knew it was wrong to hurt people, I was hurting them. Before I knew that taking a man's life was wrong, I would take it. Before I knew it was wrong to hurt children and hurt women, I would do it. Before I knew it was wrong to eat pork and eat shrimp, I was doing it. I was alive without the law once. That's back when I was what? In the flesh. Remember that from earlier?
Okay.
Back when I was in the flesh, I didn't know it was wrong. So many of you, before you were in the truth, brother, you didn't know Christmas was wrong. You were just doing Christmas because of the gifts. Because you get a gift if you can get one. You didn't know Christmas was wrong. You didn't know Halloween was wrong. You didn't know that celebrating birthdays was wrong. Give me the birthdays. Let me show you something else that you didn't know back in the world. Celebrating birthdays. Celebrating birthdays is wrong. But you didn't know. You didn't know because a liar compromised his faith and told you that it was right. Let me explain to you what the early Christians believed. Everyone knows that the Christians were killed in Rome because the Christians' belief system was so strong that they refused to compromise. And a man that does not compromise does it at the risk of his life, which is why everyone in the Israelite school of UPK are heroes. Nosotros somos héroes. Nosotros somos héroes. We are heroes in here because we keep the law at risk of our lives. Well, a long time ago, you were these same brothers in Rome that risked your life to keep the law. Now, let me show you the law that they risked their life for. One of them. Go ahead and play.
The Romans had a tradition on the emperor's birthday, saying a prayer, wishing him good luck. But technically, it's in the form of sacrificing to that part of the emperor that might become divine after his death. To the Romans, this is the equivalent of Pledge of Allegiance or something to the country. But of course, to Christians, this is worshiping another god. And I think there's almost a failure of communication here. That the Romans, at least initially, didn't quite understand this is really problematic for these people because they're coming from a polytheistic perspective where, yeah, everybody has different gods, so what? This isn't a religious problem. This is a political one. Why won't you send good wishes to the emperor? If you're a loyal Roman, this is something you should want to do. The early Christians, I think, would have been fine with that, but it took the form of what they were asked to do was to basically worship another god.
Early Christians could not wish the emperor happy birthday. They couldn't do it. They could not. They were so, listen, all you have to do is wish the emperor happy birthday. Happy President's Day. Happy birthday, George Washington. Happy birthday, Donald Trump. Happy birthday, Abraham Lincoln. The early Christians could not wish the emperor happy birthday because in doing so, it made him another god. He couldn't do it. And the Romans could not understand. To the Romans, it was like pledging allegiance to the flag. It was like, well, you're simply just letting the Roman emperor know that you have allegiance to him. No, we can't do that, Roman emperor. We can't wish you happy birthday. Why? Because the early Christians did what? I need the answer in the chat room. Early Christians believed in what? The early Christians did what? Why couldn't the Christians just say happy birthday to the Roman emperor? Why not? Chat room.
Because they kept the law.
Yeah. At one time, the disciples of Christ kept the law. They kept it. And they still do. I pray you understand. They still do. They still keep the law. They gave up their life because they refused to tell Caesar happy birthday. They died for that. They wouldn't do it. They wouldn't do it because we can have one God and none other. None. Escuche Israel. El Dios nuestro, El Señor, nuestro Dios, El Señor uno es. Because our God is one God. Escuche Israel. El Señor, nuestro Dios, El Señor uno es. We have one God. We're not going to wish you a happy birthday. We're not doing it. You see, they knew that it was unlawful, and so they couldn't do it. And they died because of it. Now here you are. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, everyone. Happy birthday. You didn't know. You didn't know it was wrong. You didn't know. This is what Paul was talking about. Read it again now, Ephraim.
Verse 9, for I was alive without the law once, but when the commandment came, sin revived and I died.
Oh my God. I was wishing everybody happy birthday. I was eating seafood boils. I was eating bacon. I was being a homosexual. I was doing everything. That's how I was living because I didn't know. Then someone told me about the law. Then sin was revived in me. Then I knew, oh my God, what have I been doing? I've been disobeying God this whole time. Then sin was revived in me. Then my conscience wouldn't let me do it anymore. Read it one more time. I don't believe they get it. Go ahead.
Verse 9, for I was alive without the law once.
That's when I was in the world, when I was in the flesh. Keep going.
But when the commandment came.
But then someone said, you know, it's wrong to celebrate birthdays. You know, that's the worship of another God. You can't do that. You know, it's wrong to eat pork and shrimp. You know, it's wrong not to come to the Passover in Houston, Texas. That's a sin. If you don't show up to that Passover without permission, you have sinned before the Lord your God. I can prove it in the Bible, and you damn well know I can, don't you? You know I can. You know it. It's a sin not to come to the Israelite School of UPK's Passover. It is a sin against God. I know you didn't know before. You thought you could celebrate the Passover at home. You thought you could eat a lamb sandwich and sit around with your son or your wife, and you thought that was the same thing. It is not. It is not. I know you didn't know. But now that I'm telling you, now that you're hearing this commandment, now sin is awake in you. Now you realize that you're wrong for doing what you did before. Keep going.
And the commandment which was ordained to life, I found to be unto death.
The Lord gave us these rules to make us live. No child molestation, no abortion, no theft, no murder, no sexual deviance. These things aren't to hurt you. These things are to help you. But it's going to hurt you because you're breaking them. So listen, these commandments that were created for life, to me, they're death because I'm going to be killed because I'm breaking the commandments. So these same laws that God gave us so we can have life and be prosperous, These sins are going to cause me to die. These laws are going to cause me to die because I'm breaking all of them. That's the point. Keep going.
Khan, that was the whole scripture.
I appreciate it. So my apologies again. All right. Anything else?
Khan, a breakdown of Joel 3 and 15. If you would, sir. Joel 3 and verse 15. The sun and the moon shall be darkened, and the stars shall withdraw their shining.
That's it.
That's it.
This is the Most High God in the Old Testament describes or likens wisdom and knowledge as the sun and the moon, because these are the great lights of the day and the great lights of the night, and they give light in darkness. So this is a metaphor speaking about how no wisdom will be gone. But wisdom, it's hard to find the light in a world of darkness. Jesus Christ said this is the condemnation of this world, that this world has been given the light, but it has rather chosen darkness. Right? The sun and the moon are described in the Bible in metaphorical sense as wisdom, knowledge. People reject it, people don't want it, and many times it's hard to even find. That's what it's speaking about. Good to go.
Khan. Another quick one. A brother asks, Shalom, General, be in the right spirit. If your Hebrew cover and Bible starts to wear and tear, what's the proper way to remove it? I feel like throwing it in the garbage is almost a sin. The water, sir.
I hear you, warrior. I would not do that. I would never throw a cover in the garbage ever. It's a holy thing. The Bible speaks about things that are dedicated to God. Your Hebrew Academy cover is not a jacket. It is not a jacket. Throw your jacket in the trash. Throw your bed in the trash or your house. But your Hebrew Academy cover is dedicated to God. It is a holy thing, and you don't ever throw it in the trash, ever. The minute that happens, you're going to be brought before a council for desecrating a holy thing. You know I can prove this in the Bible. You know I can. You know it's right here. I know the precept to got you. Not you, brother, but people who might think disagree. It's dedicated to God. It's not even yours. The Hebrew Academy cover. It doesn't even belong to you. It belongs to God. The minute you leave the truth, you better make sure you hand that cover in before you decide to leave the truth and go suck those penises till your heart is contented. You better never leave the truth with that cover, or else you're going to be an enemy to the Israelite school of UPK. And I don't know if you heard about Commanding General Yohana and his enemies. It's a real gamble to be one of his enemies. I've tried to tell brothers for years, being Commanding General Yohana's enemy is like going to Vegas. It's a gamble. It's a gamble. So if I was you, I would absolutely, if you want to leave the truth, hand your cover in, then go suck those penises. They're waiting on you. But never throw your garment in the trash or ever. This is what you do. This is what I have done in the past. If my cover begins to, maybe not be the right size, or I want to get a better size, I just get another one. But I don't ever throw away my old cover. I just keep every cover. I think I have 7 of them right now in my closets. 7 covers. I got them at all my houses, my ribs houses. I keep 4 covers over there, 3 covers at each house. I just keep a different one. Now, my favorite cover is the first one I got. That's my favorite one. And that cover, the letters are all messed up. You can't even make out the letters anymore. You can't even see it. But that's the only one I wear. The only cover I wear is my first cover. I have other covers that I've received because of Commanding General Yohana's kindness, or Captain Akkad got me a cover. I keep them all. I'll never throw away any of them. But I wear one. It's my preference. If your cover is, the letters are decaying, you can get another cover. You can wear a different one. That's not a problem. But don't you ever throw away a cover, ever, because that belongs to God. Is there anything else?
And does that go for disposing the Bible? The brother also was asking. The brother was also asking about disposing like an old worn Bible.
Oh, have mercy. I've never done that either, Ephraim. I don't know what that even is. I've never thrown away a Bible in my life since I've been in the school. I got a half a Bible over there. It's a clock. It's just sitting right there. That's all. It ain't bothering anybody. What you throwing it away for? Is it bothering you? Go get another Bible, but don't throw away the old one. That thing is dedicated to the work of God. Your Bible isn't just any Bible. See, a Christian, you can throw away your Bible because you don't believe in it anyway. A Christian can throw away a Bible. A Bible is nothing to Donald Trump. They swear themselves in on Bibles. Those Bibles mean nothing. But if you're a member of the Israelite School of UPK, it is the knowledge of this book that has changed your life. The knowledge of this book that taught you your nationality. The knowledge of this book that preserved you in the times of hatred and death. If the Bible is decaying, I put it on a shelf somewhere, but I would never throw it away because it is dedicated to God. Or anything else?
Quick question. A brother wanted to know the scripture where Yahushua says to love the Lord thy God with all thy heart and all thy soul and all thy mind. The brother was asking, what's the difference between heart and mind in that verse?
Okay, heart and mind, with all thy heart and all thy mind. I'll explain. Amo a Dios con todo tu corazón y amo tu hermano como a ti mismo. Love the Lord thy God with all thy heart y mente. Love the Lord. Amo a Dios como todo corazón y como todo mente. With all of your heart, with all of your mind. What's the difference? Your mind is speaking about how you logically think about something. My mind is on those precepts. I'm thinking about it. I'm plotting them out. I'm reading the Hebrew and the Greek. I'm going to the Hebrew class so I could understand the Hebrew Bible. You have to have intelligence to understand the Word of God. You have to be literate to understand the Word of God. And throughout history, most people were not literate. Most people don't want to read. They would rather not read. And because of that, the Catholic priests had such hold on our people because they were the only people that could learn to read. Well, here we are in the UPK. If you don't know how to read, and that could happen, you might be from some place where being literate was not important to your parents, and that could happen when you're very poor. You come into the Israelite School of UPK, we have programs to teach you literacy. We'll teach you to read. We'll teach you to read English. We'll teach you to read Spanish. We'll teach you to read Haitian Creole, French. We'll teach you to read Greek. We'll teach you to read Hebrew, because literacy is part of understanding God. You have to be educated, and we will educate you, which is why we're a school and not a church, which is why we have books and not a band, because this is a school. So, como todo mente, with all of the mind. Now, what's como todo tu corazón? With all of your heart means you better put your goddamn effort into it. You better do it. You better do it with that thing that has nothing to do with thinking, nothing to do with learning, and this other part has to do with zeal, young man. Zeal, desire, willpower. That's your heart. That's your heart. You got to have heart. If you're Black and Latino, you know what I mean. If I say this cat he doesn't have the heart. He don't have it. You see, white people probably read with all your heart and all your mind. They don't know what the hell that means. Blacks and Latinos, you should know, because I know what it means to have a mind, meaning I'm smart. I can think. I know what it means to have heart. This young brother, listen, he might not have a lot of mind, but he got heart. Work with it. Work with him, because he has heart. Courage. Courage is what heart is, warrior. Courage. You're going to have to think. You're going to have to be brave. You're going to have to be an heroes. You're going to have to be a hero. You're going to have to be have courage, brother. That's what heart and mind is. Your mind is speaking about your logic, your thinking, your thoughts, your literacy. Your heart is speaking about your courage. You're going to need both, Doc, to do this work. Pray you understand. Anything else?
Kind of. Chicago has a question.
Hey, Shalom, General Yahabashim Yasser Brakatah, sir.
Brakatah, what's going on, Shot Time?
Not much, Adawan. How you feeling?
I'm outstanding. I'm good to see you, brother.
You too, always, sir. Always an honor, sir. All right, so a brother has a question, sir. Slocky, let me pull that right up.
Mm-hmm.
He said, if I could, General, get a breakdown on Zechariah 14, verses 1 through 2, particularly where it says, half of the city shall go forth in captivity.
All right, wait a minute.
Let me get the verse out of one. I got it. It's the book of Zechariah, chapter 14, and verse 1. Behold, the day of the Lord cometh, and thy spoils shall be divided in the midst of thee. Verse 2. For I will gather all nations against Jerusalem to battle, and the city shall be taken, and the houses rifled, and the women ravished, and half of the city shall go forth into captivity, and the residue of the people shall not be cut off from the city.
This happened. This is a biblical prophecy that has already occurred. This happened during the time of the sacking of Jerusalem. You can read about it historically in Josephus, or Flavian Josephus, because he was there and witnessed it, because he was with the Romans, but he was an Israelite. He was a sellout Israelite who was with the Romans, and he witnessed the sacking of Jerusalem under what's that Roman general Ephraim in the from Babylon to Timbuktu. Every officer of 50 is supposed to know.
General
Vespasian and his son Titus. General Vespasian and his son Titus put an end to the Jewish state. This is a prophecy about that before it happened, and that's what happened. It's exactly what happened. It happened just like that. And later on, they took the gold and plunder that they stole from our temple, and they made the Flavian Amphitheater. That was the original name of what's called today the Colosseum. And Judites, Benjamites, Haitians, they fought in that Colosseum. So what happened is, like they said, half of the city was taken into slavery. The other half was not taken out. Over time, the other half left the city on their own accord. Where did they go? The west coast of Africa. That's where they went, to the west coast of Africa, and that's in the book From Nature Knows No Color Line and From Babylon to Timbuktu. Half of them went to Rome as slaves, and they were in Rome as slaves. They fought in the Colosseum, they fought lions and bears, and they swept houses, and they did work in the fields in Rome. The other half did not go into Rome. They left on their own, and they went into the west coast of Africa. Later on, because of their constant disputes with the people of Africa, the people of Africa came together with our common foe, which is the white man from England, from Spain, and from Portugal, and they put us in slavery. The Jews got on those slave ships. The people that they put in slavery were Jews fleeing Roman persecution, and they fled on their own into the west coast of Africa, and they ended up in Chicago. They ended up in Mississippi, in Alabama, in Great Britain. They ended up all over the planet Earth. That's your breakdown.
Water, sir. And one other, and it's like, so if you have time, one other brother has a question.
Please.
Come on, sir. So he wants a breakdown of Romans chapter 20. Romans chapter 3, verses 20 through 23. But I believe the crux of his question would be 22. So it's the book of Romans chapter 3, verse 20. Therefore, by deeds of the law, there shall no flesh be justified in his sight. For by the law is the knowledge of sin. Verse 21. But now the righteousness of God.
Do I need to start breaking it down, or am I waiting for something?
If Slack, so if you want, you can start breaking it down, sir.
His question is here, right?
Well, his question is 22.
Okay, so let's go to his question.
So like even the righteousness of God, which is by faith of Yahushua Mashiach, unto all and upon all them that believe, for there is no difference. So it's 21 and 22, sir. Salakia, sir.
Read again.
Right. Verse 21. But now the righteousness of God without the law is manifested, being witnessed by the law and the prophets.
The righteousness of God without the law. Is the brother in the room right there?
Allah, sir.
Is he in the truth?
Kana Wakan.
Does he keep the commandments of God?
Kana Wakan.
Why?
Because he knows the truth that this is.
But no, he's not going to go to jail for eating pork.
Because it's the law of God, sir.
Okay, he is the answer. He is the answer. He is the answer to this precept. His life is the answer to this precept. I'm going to break it down now. But all he has to do is go, this is him. He is this person. A brother in the UPK who does not eat pork, who does not sell drugs, who does not molest children, you are who this precept is talking about. It's you. Because you certainly could eat pork. No one will arrest you for it. No one will lock you up. Listen, in America, no one will lock you up for molesting a child. Am I telling you, brother, something you don't know about?
Lie, sir.
No one. I mean, if you marry a woman and she has kids, and if you molest her daughter, is she going to tell anyone?
Lie, sir.
You know she's. You know that. What is she going to do if you molest a woman's daughter? What is she going to do? Sisters, go tell everybody what happens, because this happened to women. Their mom had a boyfriend, and the boyfriend molested them, and they told the mom about it. The boyfriend doesn't go to jail. The daughter is punished. The daughter gets punished. In the Black and Hispanic community, and in the Trump house, in the Trump family, and in the Epstein family, child molestation is legal. No one is going to tell you about it. Let me show you how legal child molestation is. Please, Ephraim.
19. She explained that she was between 13 and 15 when she was left alone with Donald Trump, who, quote, mentioned something to the effect of, "Let me teach you how little girls are supposed to be." Trump unzipped his pants and put her head down, quote, down to his penis, bit the S out of it. Trump struck the victim and said words to the effect of, "Get this little B the hell out of here." The victim advised that she bit Trump's penis because he disgusted her.
Yeah, child molestation is legal in America, especially when you're rich.
Right.
Especially and you brothers know that because you're paying the woman's light bill, aren't you? Isn't that why you're able to molest her daughter? Because you're helping her out with the bills, right? Isn't that what you do? Isn't that what you do, right? You're helping her out with the bills. The mom needs you to pay the bills. The mom can't get you arrested. But if she gets you arrested, who will help her pay the bills? So you molest her daughter. And when the daughter tells the mom says, "Shut your mouth. You ain't nothing but a hoe. You asked for it. I don't believe you." Donald Trump molested a 13-year-old girl. He's president. He's not going to jail. So why wouldn't you just molest children? Why wouldn't you just do it? Nothing is going to happen to you. You're not getting arrested. The mother is going to side with you, not with her daughter. Sisters, put a 1W in the chat if you know what I'm talking about. Either you've been through it or you heard about someone that has been through it. Just put a 1W. You see, these things are allowed in our community, Chicago. So then why not do them? There's one reason not to do them. There's only one reason. Your morality that you got from obeying God's law. That's the reason.
Right.
So if you're in the UPK, surely you're not going to be arrested for eating pork. You're not going to be arrested for eating shrimp. Why not just eat shrimp and crab? Because of the morality that you received from God's law. Now read the precept.
Honorable Khan. Verse 21. But now the righteousness of God without the law is manifested.
Now, slow down. Now, the righteousness of God without the law. This brother who asked that question, no one will arrest him. Who were the people that would arrest him for eating pork? The people that would have arrested him for eating shrimp. What did we call them? Chicago, do you know?
Honorable Khan, sir. We used to call them judges or the Levitical priests.
Right here in the class today, we still use this term today for the police. We still use this term today. What did we call them? The law. The law.
Law, Honorable Khan.
I'm the law. That's what sheriffs would say back in the South. They would say, I'm the law around here. Do I have to look up a movie to show you some sheriff telling somebody, I'm the law in this town? You ever heard that phrase before, Chicago?
Honorable Khan.
The law was a person that killed you for breaking the commandments. He was the law. The law is a person. The law is not something written down in a book. The law is a person that killed sinners. He's the law. In Alabama, the sheriff is the law. The marshal is the law. Who are you on the run from? I'm on the run from
the law.
The law. I'm running from the what?
The law.
I got to get out of here before the what catches me.
The law, sir.
I got to get out of here before the law catches me. I'm on the run from the law. I got to get out of here because the law is close behind me. What are they talking about? They're talking about a man who has a gun and a rope. You understand?
Honorable Khan.
The law is a person. So in times past, read that again.
But now the righteousness of God without the law.
So now here we have a brother in the truth who is not eating pork, even though there is no person that's going to hang him over it. There is no law. There is no one that will do anything if you eat pork. Even if you molest a 13-year-old girl in America, no one is going to do anything about it. It's going to be fine. And this is not only true. When I read the Epstein files, I know this part escapes so many of you. It is so terrible what Donald Trump did to these 13-year-old girls because he's rich and powerful. But because I've worked under Commanding General Yohana at his service of helping women for so long, I know this happens in every house. The same thing that is happening in the White House with child molestation. This is happening in every neighborhood. Some man who, because he can pay a few bills, because he can help out with the rent, no one is going to call the police on him when he molests a little girl. No one. During the crack epidemic, the things I heard and saw, that's when I was so young under Commanding General Yohana. And the things I would hear, I to this day don't talk about because I can't. And that was when the crack epidemic was strong. Back in the early 2000s, when I began to counsel people and counsel drug addicts and counsel people whose mothers were drug addicts and they were sold, little boys sold to men. I can't even discuss it without crying right now. You see, these things are legal. Why? Because no one will police it. No one cares. We're without the law. We're not on the run from the law. We're not evading the law. The law isn't chasing us. The things that we do that hurt children, no one cares about. So then why don't you do them? Because of your own morality to God's commandments. You decide, not the police, not the government. You have made a decision to police yourself. That's why you don't do it. Because right now we don't have the law that would police us. You understand?
Honorable Khan.
Go ahead, please.
Honorable Khan. Being witnessed by the law and the prophets.
Being witnessed. My behavior, God sees it. The prophets of God in the Bible see it. So I don't need some man to kill me to get me to do what's right. I don't need that. We needed it in the past. Time of Moses, we would never do what's right unless someone would come into your tent and cut your head off if you didn't. But look at us now in Chicago, brother. You got lawful men over there in Chicago when no one is going to kill you if you were unlawful. No one. So then why do you keep the law? Because the prophets of God are watching. Because your ancestors see it. Because God looks down from heaven. Your morality makes you not break the commandments of God, not your fear of being killed for breaking them. Do you understand?
Con honor one con.
Keep going.
Verse 22. Even the righteousness of God, which is by faith of Jesus Christ.
Here we go, warriors. This is you. This is you. If you go out tonight and eat a shrimp salad, will the police kick in your door?
Sir.
No. So why don't you just do it then, Why not? Did you eat shrimp in the world?
Con, sir.
So why don't you keep doing it? No one is going to kill you. No one is going to kick in your door. You won't be arrested. So why don't you still eat shrimp,
Like it, sir. Fear the Most High and follow and want to follow. And I know I'm supposed to follow His laws.
You know what that's called? Can I give you one word to describe what you just described?
Con, sir.
Faith. That's faith. Now I believe. I don't need threat of death to keep God's commandments. I believe in God's commandments.
I'm right.
I believe in them. No one is going to kill me if I eat a pork sandwich or if I eat shrimp. I'll eat it and go back and no one will care. Listen, my grandmother, my mother will be happy that I'm doing it. I could start going to church tomorrow. And you know what will happen? My mother will say, hallelujah. He's back. I'll be encouraged. But I'll never go back to church. Never. Because I believe in the law. I believe in the commandments of God. I don't need threat of death to obey God because I have faith. That's what this is talking about. The brother that asked the question, he's the evidence of this because he obeys God with no threat of violence. He does it out of faith. He does it because he believes. Is there anything more?
Con. Which by faith of Jesus Christ unto all and upon all them that believe, for there is no difference.
Upon faith unto all and unto all that believe, because there is no difference unto who? It's right in front of you.
Unto the Most High, sir.
Is right in front of you. There is no difference unto all. All of who? It's right in front of you.
Oh, so like I said, all them that believe.
That's what it says, right?
There's
no difference between all of us that believe. We're the same. All of us that believe, we're the same. We're not different. We're all. You're in Rome. I'm in Jerusalem. You're in Galatia. I'm in Corinth. You're in Ephesus. All of us believe. So we're the same. So none of us are different because none of us are doing this because we're afraid of the shrimp police or the pork police. Why? Because there are no pork police anymore. Do you understand? Listen, brother, there aren't even child molestation police anymore, right? That doesn't exist. Child molestation. Ask your wife. Ask your sisters. Nothing is going to happen. Their mother beat them. They told their mother what preacher did. They got a beating for saying that. They got beat for bringing that up, for talking about preacher. Don't you ever say nothing like that about God's anointed. But mommy, the preacher touched me. Don't you ever open your mouth again to say anything about God's anointed. Okay, mommy. This 13-year-old girl bit Donald Trump's penis. The Congress still won't do anything about it. No one. There's no child molestation police. There's no pork police. No shrimp police. Is there a smoking weed police out there? I think it's legal damn near everywhere you go, right? So there's no smoking weed police. Why not just smoke it then? Because of my faith in God. That's why. The prophets taught me not to do it. God taught me not to do it. I'm not doing it because I have faith. That's the point.
Kana Wakan, sir. The water out of one. Excellent, sir.
Sorry, Christ. The water you are. Anything else?
Sir, we got Houston with us, and Officer Malakwath has a question.
Wait, I'm sorry, Chicago. One last thing I forgot. I want to make sure. The thing that the Chicago,
Kana Wakan.
The thing that the brother is struggling with is that there is no difference with all, because in Black Christianity, all means whites and blacks holding hands together in a rainbow coalition, loving Martin Luther King and Jesse Jackson. All only means races coming together. In the Black church, in the white church, it doesn't mean that. In the white church, is totally different. But in the Black church, they're looking for terms like all so that they can be included with white people.
Right.
But of course, this all is talking about the believers. That's the all. This is not talking about Black people or white people, because all of the believers are all Israelites, all of them. The original Christians are all Israelites. This all has nothing to do with all races. This all is about all the believers. It's you got a rough road trying to search the Bible out to find a place where white people and Black people are together. You're climbing up a rough hill with doing that. This is not one. This is not it, because the all is talking about all them that believe, all them that have faith, not all races.
Right.
Right.
Kana Wakan, sir.
I appreciate you. Anything else?
Live, sir. That's it. We appreciate you, Adawan.
Good warrior. Malakwath out of Houston, Texas. Give him a hand. You have a question. I got to get to my topic. From you. I'm waiting on you. Go ahead.
Yes, sir.
Shalom, sir.
Good to hear from you. I hear you perfect.
I had a question. A student wanted to know, when you was talking about birthdays earlier, was Job 1 and 4 a precept for it? Talking about birthdays. It's the book of Job, chapter 1, verse 4. And his sons went and feasted in their houses, every one his day, and sent and called for their 3 sisters to eat and to drink with them. He wanted to know, was they talking about birthdays?
No, that's not because what's the word to let you? What's missing here to let you know that it's not talking about birthdays?
It doesn't say birthday.
It doesn't say birthdays. Give him a hand. We got to see that sooner or later, right?
Come on, sir.
All right. This is how many sons and daughters did he have? Read that again.
And his sons went and feasted in their houses.
Go above a little taste.
This is the book of Job, chapter 1, verse 3. Oh, wait, verse 2. And there were born to him 7 sons.
Say that again.
7 sons and 3 daughters.
7. He had 7 sons and 3 daughters. Keep going.
His substance also was 7,000 sheep and 3,000 camels and 500 yoke of oxen and 500 she asses in a very great household, so that this man was the greatest of all the men of the east. And his sons
was very rich, very powerful. Had 7 sons and 3 daughters. Go ahead.
And his sons went and feasted in their houses, everyone his day, and sent
everyone what? Everyone what?
Everyone his day.
Everyone his day. Now, many times throughout the years, people read this precept and they think they must have been celebrating their birthday. But of course, there's only one word missing here, one phrase missing, and that's birthday. Birthday is not in this precept at all. And because some people are such slaves, they don't understand it at all. I'm going to try to make you understand it in a way that might help you. Everyone knows I have 4 wives, right? Now, there's a day I'm with this one, and a day I'm with that one, and a day I'm with the other one, and a day I'm with this one. None of that has anything to do with their birthday, but it's just because of the days in the week and the time that you have, you just spend time with them on that day. So what Job had is a dinner at each one of his children's houses on a particular day. So the eldest son has the first day, second day, third day, fourth day, fifth day, seventh day. Then the daughters get their day. Then then they get their day. Then she gets their day. Then she gets their day. Then we start again. It has nothing to do with birthdays because there's no mention of a birthday. This is just a brother deciding when he's going to eat with his children. I know you don't know this, but you can eat with your children on any day you feel like it.
Okay.
You know, Lord knows you give your children gifts on their birthday. You know when I give your children's gifts? Who knows when? Every time I see them. That's all. Every time I see them, I'm giving your child money. Every time I see them. If they're in the room with me, they're getting money. Because they looked at me and I looked at them and I saw them and they answered a good question. And they rose their hand in class and they got some money. I'm not waiting to give your son money when it's his birthday. I'm giving your son money because he came to class today and he asked a good question. And it's breaking me. I'm going broke over it. Does everyone understand?
Come on, sir.
I'm not waiting for once a year to give your daughter money. Your daughter's in class. She asked the most eloquent and perfect question. She's getting some money today. Today is her day to get money. Your son raised his hand and asked a beautiful question, eloquent and thoughtful. His day of getting money is today. Do you understand? And the Passover is coming, which means I'm not going to be able to eat food after the Passover. That's what that means. That means I'm going broke after the Passover. I'm coming there to get broken. I'm coming there to get broken by your children. And the problem is, you're only going to give your child a gift on their birthday. But I'm going to give your kids all of my money at the class at the Passover. And I'm leaving there that week with nothing. Everyone understands.
Come on, sir.
Anything else?
Come on, sir. I had a question also in Isaiah 26, verse 9 and 10. I wanted to know who were the inhabitants of the world, and in verse 10, who is the wicked. This is Isaiah 26, verse 9. With my soul have I desired thee in the night. Yeah, with my spirit within me will I seek thee early. For when thy judgments are in the earth, the inhabitants of the world will learn righteousness. In verse 10.
Is that the part you need?
Come on, sir. Who I wanted to know was the inhabitants of the world, the Israelites.
The inhabitants. Oh, wait, let me hear the wicked part again. Read the wicked part. Read down to that.
Verse 10. Let favor be shewed to the wicked, yet will he not learn righteousness. In the land of uprightness will he deal unjustly, and will not behold the majesty of the Lord.
Yeah, the inhabitants of the earth are speaking about every nation on the earth, not simply Israelites. Everyone. Precept. The earth. The Bible says the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. The wicked is speaking about our oppressor. He's the wicked. He controls everything. And there's a day coming when the East Indians and the Africans and the Japanese are going to thank God that blacks and Latinos are their new lords. They're going to thank God for us. The Israelites are going to be the upper class, the aristocracy of the kingdom of heaven. The number one people, the people that have all the power, the people that are entitled to rule. But every other nation will benefit from your lordship. The Japanese will be treated better than they're being treated today. The Chinese will be being treated better. The Arabs, the Africans, all flesh will benefit from having black and Latino lords over them. Everyone. So that's speaking about that, because right now the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. The wicked is our oppressor, the so-called white man. The Chinese have to obey him. The Japanese, the Arabs. I have a video I sent you last week, Ephraim. I sent you a video about the Iranians saying that every Iranian in America wants to be white. You recall that one, Ephraim?
Sir.
I sent Ephraim that one this week. They sitting over there in Iran, brother, wishing they were white people. All of them. I saw it. I said, my God, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. Little Iranian children are sitting there like scared of being bombed every day, knowing that they would be safe if they had blonde hair and blue eyes. They would be safe. Little Africans. Why do you think Africans eat albinos? Are you familiar with that? Houston, Texas, Malakwa?
Come on, sir.
Africans, if you are an albino child in Africa, someone is going to come into a jet and rescue you, and you better pray that they do it and they hurry up and come. Because if they don't get over there to sub-Saharan Africa and rescue the albinos, those Africans are going to cut off your feet and eat them. Boil your feet down. I don't even want to show you a video of these albinos with no feet and no hands in Africa. I don't want to look at it. But if you want to on your own time, go look up these refugees trying to get into America and Great Britain, little albino Africans with no feet and no hands. Why do the Africans eat albino feet, albino babies? Malakwa, just guess. Come on.
They want to be white?
Yeah, that's the only reason why.
Come on, sir.
They want to drink your foot soup, hoping that they boil your foot down and drink the pot liquor of your foot and eat your foot meat. They might become white. They look at you like you have a magic in your body. I'm going to eat you now so I can be white. The worship of white people is causing albino Nigerians to lose their feet and hands. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. Everyone on the planet wishes they were white. The difference is we are the children of God, Yashar Allah, the chosen people of God, and we're the only people that can rescue the other nations. We can rescue them. We can rescue the Nigerian albinos before their feet are cut off. We can rescue the people in China before they spread another plague like the COVID-19 virus. We are the salvation of the planet Earth, but we think that we're Christians, niggers, and spits. So we're not doing our job. In the UPK, we're going to do our job. And every race, every people on the planet Earth, every knee shall bend, every tongue shall confess. All of them. And they will call us blessed. You understand, Malak?
Come on, sir. The water.
No problem. Anything else, Ephraim?
So it's a great time to get into the topics.
Well, let's go ahead and do it then, Ephraim. Clap it up.
Don't find Christ.
Hours though. Give him a hand. Go ahead.
Video shows a corrections officer pointing a weapon at inmate Spencer Butler through a window inside the Miami-Dade County pretrial detention center. According to this video, it was around 2 a.m. on March 2nd, 2023.
Go ahead, remember that.
Butler is then pulled out of the room by a crowd of officers, upset about getting beat up.
I done got my beat already, and y'all see him talking about I'm trying to do something, bro. I've been in cuffs for a long time. When they put his hands on me the first time. You done beat I was in handcuffs. I ain't do nothing to you, bro.
Records show Butler was struck by Officer Myth Louise June on March 1st. Photos obtained by NBC6 show the officer with bloody bruises on his knuckles.
Give you the opportunity to write a statement about what transpired.
This brother, I think it took him 3 years to get this case before court. And he of course, was beaten by another black man who called himself a correctional officer. And this black man beat another black man while he was in handcuffs. Can you imagine how much protesting and marching and DEI and affirmative action had to happen so that you could have black correctional officers, black police officers? Can you imagine in the 60s when there were none? There was only white cops, only white correctional officers. And some black politician protested and fought and marched, saying that we need more representation in the police force. We need more black representation in the correctional officers. And then in 2023, a black man with a badge is beating the piss out of you while you're handcuffed. You see, You look for something that you don't need, and you don't look for the thing that you actually need. What you need is morality. That's what you need. I certainly understand why you believe that you needed black men to be cops and black men to be correctional officers. The problem is that race is just the beginning. Race is just to get you in the door. Once they're black, then you have to make sure that they are not Christian. You should exclude every Christian from being a cop, every Christian from being a correctional officer, because if they're Christian and they're black, they're going to beat you like they're a white man. They're going to beat you as if they're a white man. They're going to believe it's their job to beat you like a white man would beat you, because every Christian idolizes white people. They worship white people. So when you get a black police officer, he's just trying to beat you up the way his white cops would. He's just trying to beat you and hurt you like a white man would, because when he goes back to the break room and he tells Officer McGillicuddy how he beat you, he's going to get a pat on the head. He's going to get encouraged. What you need, black people, you don't just need black cops. You don't just need black attorneys, black correctional officers. You need black men who are not Christian. Because if they're Christian, they're going to be just as cruel as their white masters. Next story.
What's going on is my husband.
Can I explain the story? Do you see that gate, Ephraim?
Yes, sir.
Which look like unto the gates of the kingdom of heaven. This is the house of Dwight Howard. This is the front gate of his house. And this is his baby mama standing in front of the gate of his home because the police were called. And so now you'll hear the story and you'll tell me if this is reminiscent to your life. Go ahead, play it.
Okay. Whenever he gets upset, he locks me out the gate. Okay. Last night he lost custody of his daughter, not my daughter. Him and the daughter's mom, his baby's mom, have been in a 2-year ugly custody battle. The mom was in Florida.
I don't want to bring your attention to it, but I must. This black woman is in front of a multi-million-dollar mansion, and the police are there. Just like the police come to your house, or come to the Bronx or the ghetto or Queens or Memphis or Houston or Dallas. The police are there because of the domestic dispute. And she said he's angry because he lost custody of his daughter. Not my daughter, but his other. There was a pause right there, Ethan.
Yeah.
There was a pause. She said his other child's his baby's mama. She did not want to say the phrase baby's mama. She didn't want to say that phrase. Because you know why? Because she knows that even though she is in front of a mansion, the curse of Deuteronomy is in that mansion. The curse of God is there. So in front of this palatial estate, she's having a baby mama drama dispute. And she didn't want to say it. And she paused because she knows that, and we have millions of dollars. I shouldn't say this is about a baby's mama, but it is. Because no matter how rich you are, the curse of Deuteronomy does not leave you because you change your neighborhood. It doesn't leave you because you change your zip code. Go ahead and play it. Play it from the top now. You'll notice the pause now. Go ahead.
What's going on?
What's going on is my husband.
Okay.
Whenever he gets upset, he locks me out the gate. Okay. Last night he lost custody of his daughter, not my daughter. Him and the daughter's mom, his baby's mom, have been in a 2-year ugly custody battle. The mom lives in Florida. He won custody, but she just won her back. So you guys were here last night. He took the daughter and everything. He was in an upset stupor, going ballistic. I did not feel comfortable. He left out. I left out. When I came back, this is his third time doing it. The last time you guys came was like a year ago. And they told him to his face, they said, this is Miss Howard. I've been here, living here. My address is on this driver's license. They said, by law, Mr. Howard, you cannot do that. Yeah, I do have it in house. They said, if you do that, don't you know, I could have ran through the thing by law, but I don't want to do that because
Where's your car at?
I Uber here. Okay. My car is right here because last night it's a pink i8 sitting over there. That's my car.
The what?
My car's inside of here.
Okay.
But how crazy and erratic he acts when you not you guys, but when CPS took his child, he was taking all out on me. And I'm like, I get you mad. Why didn't you say nothing to them and tell them she was lying? I'm like, I ain't gonna say that because she ain't lying. I can't incriminate myself. So I walked away. As soon as they left, he came in the room and said, why didn't you say anything? I said, hey, I'm starting to get scared with all of this. I've been with you for only 15 months. Your daughter's 15. I can't lie to the police. And he said, fine then. Fine, I'm gonna show you. He took my stepson and him. He left out. Make a long story short, when he didn't return, a black guy pulled up in the house in a black truck.
That's enough. I've heard this story 1,000 times.
Yes, sir.
Black and Hispanic women out there, I just have one question for you. Is this a high value man?
Man.
Does he have plenty of money? Huh? So I guess you just, which house do you want to be locked out of? Right? Right. Yeah. I know you don't want to be locked out of that little apartment that brother has in the Bronx. You don't want to be locked out of there. So would you rather be locked out of a palatial estate? I don't know if you know the difference, but it's all outside. Either both of them are outside. You're not inside. You see, I hope this breaks this myth that began to be so popular after Jay-Z and Puff Daddy. I think that's when I never even heard of a high value man until I think it was Puff did. It might have been the last 5-10 years, Ephraim. That phrase, I think, what was that cat, that homosexual brother that died?
Kevin Samuels.
Kevin Samuels. I think Kevin Samuels popularized that term. That if a man has money, that means he's a better man. He's going to treat you better. Well, this is Dwight Howard, who has, millions of dollars. He lost custody of the children, which means he's going to pay those millions of dollars to some baby's mama. And here's his current baby's mama, and he's locking her out the house. And this is the third time it happened. You might want to put value in morality, not money. Morality. If a brother has good morals, even if he's poor, he'll climb his way up and make something out of himself. If he's moral. You give me any brother out that has morals out, I'll take him right now. Give him the proper counsel, give him the proper education. Brother, he's going to be rich. If you give me some immoral man with millions of dollars, he's going to lose that money. That money is going to go because he is immoral. Dwight Howard is immoral. Women, do you want to sit outside of an estate and tell everybody you're his baby's mama and he won't let you in, and his other baby's mama is taking every penny of that money? You better put faith and hope into behavior, not money, because rich men don't have to give you any. Rich men don't have to give you money. Rich men can kick your ass out the house and have you talking to the police, begging outside of their seat. Because value should be in morality, not money. Is there anything else?
Wow, so then we have this.
Don't let anyone disenfranchise you because you're a young man, especially a young white male man. Don't ever let anyone talk down to you. We need strong men out there.
We need strong young white male men out there. This is Erica Kirk. I told you that the Donald Trump administration is just a white supremacist administration. That's all it is. And that's why he won. He won because it was so overtly white supremacist. Young white male men. That's who Erica Kirk is crying over. Young white male men. The bitch can't even talk. She can't even talk. Erica Kirk. Erica, All you had to say was young white men. You didn't have to say young white male men. It sounds like they're postal workers. Young white male men. All you had to say, you stupid, ignorant bimbo. All you had to say is, we have to look out for young white men. That's it. You should not have said young white male men, you ignorant bimbo. You can't even talk, and she's in charge of the Air Force. Did I tell you about that? This dumb bitch is in charge of the Air Force now. She's a DEI hire, just another stupid bimbo who's making money because she knew enough to blonde her hair, to dye her hair. That's it. She's ignorant, and she's a white supremacist. And you young white men, just remember, as you're making sure that you're okay, just remember that Donald Trump is going to send you to Iran, you young white male men. He's going to send you to Iran to die in Iran, like he sent your uncles and brothers to die in Afghanistan and Iraq. Do you think white people care about young men? You think Erica Kirk cares about white men? You think Donald Trump cares about young white men? He doesn't. They're going to send you white boys to Iraq and Afghanistan, and when you come home, the farm will be taken by the bank. The bank is going to take your farm. You stupid idiot white men. You better stop trusting people because they're white. You cannot trust a white man, and that includes other white men. You cannot trust them. Other white men are trying to take your farm. Other white men are going to take your farm from you. They're going to send you to Iraq and Afghanistan. They're going to send you to Iran. And when you get back home, the white men that work for the bank are going to mortgage your farm, and that is it for you. White people, don't ever trust other white people. Ever. Anything else?
Sir, in the story that just came out, the U.S. Agriculture Secretary says Medicaid recipients can replace deported farm workers.
Go ahead and play that. I'm trying to teach you something. It's hard for you to get it through that empty ass head of yours. You're stupid as you can be. Go ahead and read it.
The U.S. Agriculture Secretary has suggested that increased automation and forcing Medicaid recipients to work could replace the migrant farm workers being swept up in Donald Trump's mass deportation campaign.
Can you imagine that, white people? White farmers, are you out there listening? White people, are you there? Because Donald Trump deported the backbone of the agricultural industry. Deported them, got rid of them. And now, of course, there's no one in the field to feed you. No one working in the field to give you the vegetables and the beef and the chicken that you need to survive. So the secretary over that department had a solution. Anyone who's getting Medicaid or Medicare, let's put them in the fields. Was that your dream of America? Was your dream of America for you to get into the field and pick corn and potatoes? You see, I know you thought this. I know you thought when they deported the Mexicans and the Haitians, you would get the good jobs. You white men thought that the reason that you don't have a job is because of DEI. That's what you hate most of all, DEI. You're not going to get those jobs that were held by black women. Why? Because you're too stupid to have a job that a black woman used to have. You're too dumb to have a job that a Latino woman used to have. They're not giving you that job. You're going into the field where the Mexicans used to be. You're a farmer. You white people, let me tell you what you're good at. And no one ever compliments you. Ephraim, I'm going to compliment white men right here. Here it comes. Are you ready? White men, this is what you do well. You work well with your hands. White men are excellent construction workers up. Excellent farmers up. Let me tell you something up. Blacks and Latinos, we are not farmers like white people are. White people are better farmers. They're better than us. White people are better at laying brick and cement. They're better. They're better at the hand trades. They're better at that. White people are good at working with their hands. What do I mean by that? White people are better at laborers. They're better laborers. White people can get out there in those fields up, and they can pick all that cotton, pick all of that sugar cane, pick those tomatoes, carrots, and vegetables up. You're going to do a great job at that. Like you do great jobs at being construction workers. You love to work with your hands, white people. Don't you love to work with your hands? Get down there with that elbow grease. Oh, you're going to get some grease on them elbows. Those elbows are going to be so greasy in the kingdom of heaven, white people, because you are going to work. That's what you're good at. White people are good at labor. They're not good at being doctors. Black people are better doctors than white people. Hispanics are better pilots than white people are. We're better at the jobs that require education, skill, tact, discipline, sophistication, expertise. We're better at that. White people are excellent at bricklaying. That's what they're good at, and you're going to do it. White people, you're good back on those fields. You're going to get out in those fields, and you're going to build roads and build bridges, pick cotton and sugar cane, and you're going to give it a hard day's work like you do on those farms and those beef farms and chicken farms. And you're going to give every day a good hard day's work. And your Black and Latino masters are going to work you from can't see until can't see. Until it's so dark you have to go to sleep. Till it's so dark that it's time to wake up. You're going to work like that. Because why? Because you expelled the Latinos that were working with their kindness and their skill and their love. They were here just to feed their families. But since you don't want Mexicans in the field, white people, you get in the field. You get in the field right now because that's your future. That's your future. Is there anything else?
So.
Again to this fundraising email.
First, Ephraim, before you give me that, give me the other one with Pete Hegseth. Do I have another one?
With Pete Hegseth?
Yeah, well, maybe I'll just give me this one. Go ahead for time's sake. You got it. Go ahead, play it. You got to wrap it in.
Senator
right?
Kelly.
After this, give me the revolution that should happen at the TSA. Go ahead.
He mentioned earlier, in which the President of the United States invites his campaign donors to, quote, claim your spot, join now to receive private national security briefings to his political donors, featuring a photo of the president at a dignified transfer ceremony with a flag-draped coffin of an American service member killed in action returning to their family. And the American people need to know that the President of the United States is fundraising for his political campaign and his PAC using images of American service members killed in action, and it's a disgrace.
Stop right there. Stories like this, I thought this was AI. I thought this was not real. Donald Trump put out a promotion paper to people so his donors so they could donate money to him. And this is what he's offering them. First of all, you can get a private security clearance meeting where he will sit down and tell you about his plans in Iran in a private top secret security clearance. And he will give you a picture of a dead American soldier coming home from Iran. And you will get a picture with you and the dead body, you and the casket. That is how much your country loves you. Donald Trump is using the soldiers to get money for his campaigns, and he's selling pictures of your dead uncle, your dead father, your dead brother. And some rich white man gets a picture with his casket. And he gets a security briefing. Let me tell you one of the evil things that works so well, one of the frogs that is coming out of the mouth of the dragon. Listen very carefully. Escucha me. Listen to me. Any praise of American soldiers is fooling and seducing people to become soldiers. Never praise an American soldier. Never thank him for his service. Never salute him. Never say, you died for our freedom. Never do that. You idiots in Hollywood, you make movie after movie about war and fighting. I saw some movie recently that was called War Machine on Netflix. Did you hear about this, Ephraim?
I haven't seen it, sir.
Oh, this is a movie called War Machine. And it is basically a commercial for the Army. So many movies that you've watched over time are commercials for the military, where they just glorify the military, the Navy SEALs, and they thank them for their service and their heroes. Every military movie that praises the military, that shows men with guns defending their country, those movies are the reasons that your sons are dying. That praising U.S. soldiers is the reason that young boys sign up for the military. Young 18-year-olds, young 20-year-olds that don't know what to do with their life. Then they watch this movie called The Navy SEALs. Then they watch this movie called Top Gun. Then they watch this movie about this American hero. And then they sign up to die in Iran, and some rich man is going to take a photo picture, a photo op with your casket. You cannot praise the military. Praising the military creates more wars. That's why we have all these wars, because it's the seduction, the lie of military service. The lie of military service is that you're anything other than a puppet and a tool for rich white men. That's all you are. You are not a hero. You are not fighting for freedom over there. In the last time America fought for freedom was in World War II. That was in the 40s. America has not fought for freedom since World War II. The Korean conflict was a war for rich men. The Vietnam conflict was a war for rich men. The Panama, Iraq, Iran, Afghanistan, all of these are wars for rich people. These are not wars for freedom. Why do you think they are? Movies, television. Go ahead and play it.
Speaking again, what's out there in the media and being pushed on us. Iran itself, they're considered to be backing all of the major groups and proxies, from Hezbollah to Hamas, Palestinian Islamic Jihad. I mean, we can go on. Do you think that's truth, or is that just hyperbole?
I think it may be a mix of both. And what I mean by that, if you want to look at like the biggest contributor to terrorism, we gotta, I'm be like 100% honest, we gotta stop looking at ourselves as the good guy. Out of our 250 plus years of existence, we only haven't seen war for like 14, 16 years.
This cat, his name is the Grim Reaper. He was an Army Ranger. He has more kills than anyone in the history of Army Rangers. But his number is low because America has been at war for every year of its existence except for 8 years. 8 years, that's it. Every year of the existence of America, they've been at war. And he is from the Army Rangers. We have to stop looking at the Army as good guys. Why? Because when you do so, young kids join the Army. And the more young kids that join the Army, America has the freedom to fight more wars. If you want wars to end, you have to stop making soldiers. You have to stop it. Don't make any more soldiers. Don't promote the military. Don't talk about them. You want me to prove you right? I'll prove what you're doing is absolutely contributing to war by teaching young men that it's celebrated to be in a war. You know who else does that, right? Gangs. Gangs. Chicago, you know about that. Chicago, if you're still here, when you hear rap songs about the gangster disciples and the black disciples and gang violence. California, you know about that. When you see Snoop Dogg talking about being a Crip, being a Blood, being a gangster, rap music influenced more black men to join a gang because rap music is so proliferated with gang culture. So now everybody, I wouldn't even have heard of gangsters in Chicago without rap music. I would have never known what it was. I would have never known what the gangsters were in California without Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre and Murder Inc. That's how I even knew they existed. So what happened over time? The Crips that used to be in California, now they're in Mississippi. Now the Bloods that were in California are in New Jersey tonight. How did this culture move all across the country? Music, TV, videos, music. Much of the gang culture in Chicago came from what? If you brothers are historians, you know what I'm talking about. Much of that gang culture came from Cooley High. The movie Cooley High. Cooley High came out in the 70s. Everyone in Chicago said that is what I'm sorry. The Cooley High culture was sent to California. Cooley High was about the gangs in Chicago. And so now the gangs in Chicago, the gangs in California went and watched the movie Cooley High. They saw it. And they learned about gang culture in Chicago. And now, before you know it, there's gangs in California. Why? A movie that was called Cooley High that highlighted gang culture in Chicago. Well, guess what? They watched that movie in South Central. And now gang culture that started in Chicago now comes to California. You see, we have to treat being an American soldier the same way we would treat joining a gang. It's the same thing. It is no different. It is someone using you because of your youth and your energy and your desire to be a man, and someone taking that and manipulating you to be a murderer. So any song, any rap song about gang culture is hurting black people. And any movie that is about being a soldier is hurting black people. Being in a gang is the exact same thing as being in the Marines or the Army. It is someone using you because you're 18 years old, you're young, you're 15, you're young, and you want to be a man, and this song told you how to do it. Well, you want to be a man, and this movie told you to sign up for the Army. Gang violence and the violence of the Marines and the Army, it is the exact same thing. And we have to stop it because all it tells Washington, D.C. and the Israeli government is that we have fresh soldiers to fight more wars. We got new soldiers. You would think after Afghanistan, you wouldn't have any new soldiers. You do because of Top Gun and the Navy SEALs and all of the movies and every movie about he died for his country. He's fighting for his country. Well, the military will have fresh soldiers for the same reason that the gangs have fresh gangbangers. Media, TV, and promoting something that is harmful to society. Everyone understands. Anything else? Still out of Chicago. Anything else?
Kind of stuff.
People, give me the TSA. Is that where we're at now? Yeah, this one is going to make me angry right here. This one here. Now I'm going to first show you. This video, and then I'm going to tell you how ancient and how evil this is. This happened in Texas. Where's Texas at? This happened in Austin, Texas. Austin. Is Dallas out there? I see you, big Dallas, big Colleen. This video is from Austin, Texas. Who's the camp leader over Austin?
That's Officer Gadawan, sir.
Officer Gadawan. Well, check out what happened in Austin this week. Go ahead and play.
Instead of bringing people burgers, you should bring them their paychecks, which involves funding TSA. Senator Cornyn should put his money where his mouth is. Hey,
Thank you,
Senator.
sir.
Senator, I was hoping that we could.
Give me what happened this week.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
No,
Why
what
don't
happened this week in Austin? Now you have the story. I sent you the story as well.
Colonel,
Play that.
the TSA hasn't been paid since.
Can you put it up on the screen, please?
Slack, sir.
Can you put it up on the screen, please?
Colonel.
This happened this week in Austin. This is Senator Cornyn. His name is something like that. And he's a United States Senator. And this is what he did this week. Whenever you're ready.
Sir, tensions flared Monday after Progressive Rep Greg.
I think you got too low on the screen. Is it at the top or is it right here?
Slack, sir.
I think you might need to scroll up. Am I wrong? What is this? Keep going. Oh, what does the top say? Go up to the top. Let me just hear what this says. Right
Senator
there.
John Cornyn's attempt to feed TSA workers burgers hijacked by lefty Dem.
Again, read it one more time.
Senator John Cornyn's attempt to feed TSA workers burgers hijacked by lefty Dem.
Let me tell you what happened this week. The TSA workers, they're the people, they're the security at the airport that checks all of your bags and sends it through a metal detector to make sure that we don't have another 9/11 attack. Those are the TSA workers. But because of the government shutdown over the funding of ICE agents, they are not being paid. They're getting paid nothing. And the solution that America decided was to send them cheeseburgers. And they sent cheeseburgers to Austin, Texas. And they gave the workers cheeseburgers. And then there was a big melee because the Democrats came out against it because they're saying that we should pass this bill to fund the TSA. This senator gave men and women who work to protect America from another terrorist attack, who are working for free, they gave them cheeseburgers. Now, brothers and sisters, let me tell you something here. In another time, another place, this would have caused a revolution. Handing poor people cheeseburgers caused the French Revolution. The French Revolution predated the American Revolution. It came before the American Revolution. Am I correct about that? 1776? I believe I'm correct.
Close to the same time.
They were very close together. But let me explain to you what happened in France. France was another decadent, rich country. They were rich. And the poor people who were getting paid nothing and they were starving, they went to their ruler, their commander-in-chief, their queen. And they went to her to complain about how they were poor, how they were suffering. The French soldiers had fought so many wars. The French had been fighting the British, the Spanish, the Roman Empire. They had fought so many wars for queen and country. And then when they came home from war, they had nothing. So they went to their capital and they complained to their queen that we need money. We need industry. We need jobs. Do you know what the queen did? She sent them down cake from her table. She gave them cake. Go ahead and read the story, please, about the French Revolution.
Kind of the story behind that quote, "Let them eat cake."
Yes, please. I think it was up on the screen a minute ago.
It was just an image that I had, but I can read the story.
Yeah, if you can put it on the screen, that's better. But this is actual history. This is actually what caused the revolution in France. Go ahead and please read it.
Select, sir.
This is actually what happened. And think about how dishonorable it is to give poor people cheeseburgers when you fully have it within your power to give them money, to give them their paycheck. If you don't have it, I can go on to something else.
Kind of.
Let me tell you, just to highlight how dishonorable it was to give the TSA workers cheeseburgers. I want someone to tell me, what would it take to fund What would it take to fund the TSA for 1 year? What's their payroll? What's the payroll of the TSA for 1 year? Then I want you to give me the third richest woman in America. Not the first, not the second, but the third. Then first give me the first richest woman in America. Then give me the fourth richest woman in America. Now, I'm not bringing up white men who have 10 times this amount of money. I'm not bringing up Elon Musk. That Elon Musk signed the contract 3 months ago for $1 trillion. He's set to be the world's first trillionaire, Elon Musk. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about a woman. What's her name and how much does she have?
The third is Jacqueline Mars, who has $42.2 billion.
Jacqueline Mars is the third richest woman in America. She has $32 billion. How much would it cost to fund the TSA for a year? To pay all of their bills, to pay their paychecks, to give them their pay as they are accustomed to getting? How much would that be? I know the number. I can tell it to you if you want. It's $10 billion. With $10 billion, the TSA don't have to have any payment disruptions. They can get their paycheck every 2 weeks on time. The third richest woman in America has $100 billion, which means she would have to live on $90 billion for 1 year. 90 billion. She could do it. This woman could pay the bills of the TSA for a year. She could do it. What if she did it for 3 years? What's that? $30 billion? Right? Then this white woman would have to survive on $80 billion. She'd have $80 billion and she could fund the TSA for 3 years alone. No Congress. No Senate, no votes, just her having Christian decency and knowing that we need these people to do their jobs and do it well. And we don't want them to do a poor job because they haven't eaten lunch, because they can't afford it. She could fund the TSA for 3 years. She's the third richest woman in America. Let me tell you something, brothers and sisters. This type of behavior of telling people, giving people cheeseburgers when they need paychecks, that happened in Renaissance France in the 1700s when poor people went to their queen and they demanded their money, their industry to open back up. And she said, let them eat cake. And she literally took the cake off of her banquet table and sent it downstairs to the crowd. She gave them her dessert that she was eating, crumbs. You know what happened next, Ephraim? They stormed the Bastille and they put that bitch to the guillotine. They put her to the guillotine. That's what happened to Marie Antoinette. That was her name. That is how she died. She died because after she was so generous to give them cake, and you should read the historical account, brother. Marie Antoinette thought she was truly being merciful. She said, well, we have this cake. I'm not going to eat it. Send it down to the poor outside the door. Brother, poor people got that cake. And they said, is this bitch crazy? Giving us cake? They put her to the guillotine. They killed her. And then Napoleon rose up in her stead. Napoleon Bonaparte. He rose up because they killed her husband. They killed her. Why? For giving them cake when they needed jobs. For giving them cake when they needed sustaining paychecks. In America last week, a senator brought cheeseburgers to the TSA. At any other time, that would be cause for revolution. That would cause it. The disrespect. Why don't you get Elon Musk to fund us for 10 years so he can still have trillions of dollars after he funds us. Why don't you give the people that earn the money they've earned? You give them a cheeseburger, brother. That cheeseburger would have brought out the guillotine, brother, a few years ago. The guillotine would have came out of. And for the life of me, I don't understand why you American senators and congressmen, you study history. You know this history better than me. I haven't been to Harvard. You've been to Harvard. You know about Marie Antoinette and how she said, let them eat cake. And they killed her. You gave out cheeseburgers to the TSA. Cheeseburgers. Let me tell you what you actually need, TSA. You need self-respect. If the TSA workers had self-respect, they would say, I'm not waiting for Congress to pass a law to pay me. Get Elon Musk to donate money to me the way he donated money to Donald Trump's campaign. That's what you could do. All of the men that donated money to elect Donald Trump, they donated billions of dollars to Donald Trump. You donate billions of dollars to the Israeli government. You brothers and sisters at the TSA, you don't need cheeseburgers. You don't need cake. You need self-esteem. If you had self-esteem, you would not be willing to wait for Congress to pass some law to give you money that Elon Musk could give you today. The same way he gave Donald Trump billions of dollars to become president. Where's your self-respect, TSA? This bastard handed you a cheeseburger. He handed you a cheeseburger. Now tell me how much the first richest woman in America makes. How much does she make?
Alice Walton is worth $106 billion.
What's her name?
Alice Walton of Walmart.
This is the woman that owns Walmart. She is the richest woman, not a man, the richest woman in America. Also, let that be a lesson to you dumb bitches out there that think that the patriarchy is what's destroying America. Somebody called me about that, Ephraim. The patriarchy. The patriarchy is what's wrong. Male, what's that word? Like toxicity? Toxic masculinity. The patriarchy. Well, listen, bitch. This is the matriarchy. The matriarchy is still not giving any money to TSA. Do you think that the matriarchy will treat you any better than the patriarchy? Here's the matriarchy. This is the woman who owns Walmart. He has $100 billion. To fund TSA for 1 year is $10 billion. She could fund TSA for 1 year and still have $90 billion. She could fund TSA for 3 years and have $80 billion, $70 billion for 5 years. She could fund TSA for 10 years.
Like it, sir.
Come on up.
Not to mention all the revenue she would gain by doing such a thing.
Brother, if this woman funded TSA for 5 years, she would make money. The TSA workers would make her their queen. She would make money. Walmart, everyone would stop shopping at Target and everyone would start to shop at Walmart. Right now, Black people are boycotting Target. If this woman funded TSA for 5 years out of her own pocket, she would just have $95 billion left. And everyone would shop at Walmart in honor of her sacrifice of giving up $5 billion when she got $95 billion left. She would be richer at the end of this exploit. She'd be richer, but they'll never do it because the matriarchy is just as greedy and lustful and decadent as the patriarchy. They're the same. You think women will treat you better than men? Well, then tell that to the Walmart heiress, because she could make sure that no terrorist attack happens in that airport by giving crumbs from her bank. Crumbs, but she won't do it. And another time, the guillotines came out for things like this. Now, that should never happen here. That should never happen here because that is unlawful and immoral. But it is also immoral to give people that work for free cheeseburgers when you have it within your power to give them paychecks.
Right.
I pray you understand. Ephraim, is that it? I think we're done. I missed some other things. We'll get them done next week. Let me say the water to the brothers and sisters that hung in here tonight. We're getting it on. Who do we have here? We got Houston, Texas. Houston, did you have a question or something you wanted to bring out? No go. We got Chicago, Illinois, Chi-Town. Good to see you, Warriors. Good to see you, Most High in Christ. We got Killeen, Texas. I see you, Killeen. What's your name, Warrior, and Killeen right there? What's your name? ¿Cuál es tu nombre?
Officer Yahaya, sir.
Officer Yahaya. Good to see you, Warrior. Who do we have? Where are you from up there? The other brother. Who am I missing?
I think that's Florida, sir.
Florida. I'm sorry. How did I forget? Gator bait down there in Florida. Florida, did you want to say anything?
No, I'm Tawab, sir.
Absolutely. Good to see you, Akim. Good to hear from you, man. We're going to get it on. Get ready for the Passover. The Passover is rapidly approaching. I don't know how I'm going to cut all these fringes. I don't know how I'm going to do it. I guess I'll be cutting fringes at the slaughter of the lamb. I don't know what's going on. But this Passover came quickly. We're going to have to get ready for it and get it on. Also, you sisters out there that you need a man. Many sisters are coming to the Passover looking for a man. You didn't know about that, Florida, did you? Florida, there's a ton of women coming to the Passover to marry you. That's why they're there. They see you online and they come in to marry you. That's why they showed up. When they saw you, they found God. The minute they looked at you, they said, I see the light. I see that the Israelite belief is my belief. And I see that I must give myself over to the Israelite belief system. You know what helped them make that decision? Seeing you. That's what happened in Florida. And you women, are you going to come to the Passover? You need a man. I would suggest, I know you buy the corsages. You know, we have a custom of single woman wearing a white corsage, a married woman wearing a red corsage. That's because we need a way for brothers to know who's off limits and who is limitless, who they can come in and get. And sisters, you're in the right place, because if you want a man that's going to treat you like he wants you, oh, that's these brothers in the UPK. Are you tired of men who are nonchalant? Well, listen, these brothers in the UPK, they are chalant. They're too chalant for me. They keep me up day and night because they are chalant. What you should do is you should wear a corsage the whole goddamn weekend. You should buy a few corsages. Buy a corsage for that slaughter of the lamb, because brothers are going to look at you out there, that slaughter of the lamb. And if you're wearing that white corsage, here they come. Here they come. Well, shalom, sis. Know ye the Lord? Have you found the Lord? Need ye a teacher? Need ye a teacher? I need thee a student. I need a student, need thee a teacher. These brothers are coming to get you. I would recommend, I'm just making a recommendation. Why wait for the Passover to wear a white corsage? Wear one at the slaughter of the lamb. And guess what? I can guarantee you need a corsage for that all-black party. I can guarantee that. Am I wrong? Who am I not telling the truth out there, Malakwa? Listen, you women, you better wear a corsage at that all-black party, because these brothers in the UPK are chalant. They are absolutely chalant. They're coming to get it. So if you want somebody to come talk to you, to give you a nice compliment, ask you who is your camp leader, hablo con su líder de capitán, talk to her camp leader. Talk to his camp leader. Habla con su líder de capitán, talk to her camp leader. If you want somebody to come over to you and ask you who your camp leader is, I would buy a white corsage for every goddamn event. Everyone. So that people, come on, Ephraim.
So like I said, those corsages need to be ordered in advance. So sisters should definitely get with their camp leader and get that taken care of.
Ephraim, I'm trying to help them. That's the advice I'm giving. Why are you waiting and only wearing a corsage for the Passover when you're single and you know the whole reason you're here is to get a man? Let's stop playing. Why don't we just be honest about it? The whole reason you're here is to get a man. We got plenty of them. I'm not fighting you over it. Come get them. Come get these brothers in here. Wear a corsage at the all-black party. Do something to signify that you're open for business. Do something to signify it so that brothers can know. I would assume you brothers would appreciate that. Am I right, Florida? Well, this is not something you're interested in. You just tell me. I'm not trying to push anything on you.
Nah, you damn right, sir.
I mean, I'm just saying. Okay, I'm recommending that these women get their corsages early. Wear them for every event. Just stop playing. You know you're here to get a man. Get your corsage so everybody can go, oh, okay, habla con su lidar de capital. I'm talking to your camp leader about that.
Sir,
go ahead, Ephraim.
You see what's going on camera in Houston?
I didn't understand that. I see the cat up there. I see the cat coming to the Passover. What is that?
Available.
We are all of that's correct. Give him a hand. We all listen. Every brother in the UPK is single. We're all single. Every last one of us is single. You understand that, right? Everyone is single. So all we have to know is what women are single, because not every woman is single. So you wear your corsage. That way we can know which women are single. Which men are single? All of them. Every last one. With that, the water Akim. Gracias. All right?
Kind.
Good to go. You got to be.
So we're going to pass the class over to Police Officer Hazahar.
That. Give you one courteous look. Akim, Amadu. Amadu Shabbat. Amadu. Barak.
Y'all about shimmy outside, break a thumb to what Akim.
Gentlemen, top. Going to give a to the assistant. Put a shot to the assistant. Ahmad Shabbat. Ahmad.
Shema Thumba Shimmy Shot.
Shema Thumba. Y'all get it on.
Gentlemen, top. That's the space.